Oh, how is everyone doing?
The flu sucked. I
Yeah,
had that last week.
no
So,
surprise
well,
there.
kind of week and a half ago. So, yeah, I lost like 12 pounds.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
That's
and straight from that into a Crohn's flare right now. So I'm feeling fucking wonderful.
well, I'm sorry to hear that. Medical
That's
issues.
life. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
or
still standing upright. You know.
Busy.
Yeah.
busy. Yeah, how's
Busy
the
at
babe?
work.
Busy at
He's
work?
he's busy at
Yep.
work, busy in life.
Yeah.
He's dead. 10 months and a week. So
So I
maybe
thought
one.
that you and your wife hated me earlier, dude, because I swear to God I sent you guys a text. But my phone decided to not send it. I was like, "Hey, what does the baby want for Christmas?" And I'm like, "Wow, they must really not want to talk to me today."
Mm,
And then I looked at my sent messages and it never sent.
nothing. He
Yeah.
said this year. He wanted nothing.
I still haven't seen it. So if you
Oh no,
don't
I
please
never
send it.
resent it. So yeah,
Okay.
It never
I never actually
sent.
resent it. Yeah, yeah. So I was like, nope, yeah, we're just not. Yeah.
Well, we've been telling a story here, and we're close to getting back into the D&D of it all. A few more story points to hit. Yeah. Let's talk. I sent you guys a little reminder of what we've been doing overall. For the past few sessions, we've been doing the period of time that was erased from your guys' memories, and we're still in that at the moment. I think last time we did 2 cycles of that. We did I mean technically we did actually like 3 to 4 check-ins, but we bypassed like what we did on the cycles and we went into Korik's conversation with the
Yeah, we
hunger.
fast forwarded ahead to get to where we are now.
Yeah, yeah. We did lots of conversing with the hunger in his physical form.
Yes, good old John.
Good old John. Um,
I don't know why, but I want his name to be Johan.
yeah. Uh, we have a Johan. Johan is he's the guy that plays music, right? Oh no, I messed up that guy's name. I'll never remember it. We'll get back to it. I messed up a guy's name early on and I never changed it, but it was an important name, and so now when I try to remember it, I remember the wrong name. Anyway. Um
Womp womp.
Womp womp. Um yeah, let's think.
Yeah, you mixed up the musician player's name and this guy.
Yeah, it was like Johan and someone else's name I mixed up, but doesn't matter. Because that's not what we're focused on. We have, yeah, you chatted with John in the little like mental space with your ability parlay, and you learned all about, well, as much as he
Hobby.
really was telling you about uh
Basically, he just ended up being not
self.
worried about the hunger at all, from what I remember. He was just like, fuck it. Like, this thing can't. I'm not gonna be bothered with this. Like, just being a cocky son of a bitch.
Let's see. The cocky one was Ye's God. Ye's God is
Yeah.
yeah. She's
Yeah.
unworried about the hunger. And you guys, because we're back in time, right? Like there is a moment in our campaign where Ye's God has been consumed by the hunger. Like you guys have, you three like players know that that's not true, but your characters don't, right? Like we don't know that in canon, right? That's like one of those fun things
Right.
to balance. Like since we've gone back in time, she's a god, and she is more than sure of herself, right? Yeah, and let's see. Oh, well, yeah. You spoke with John and then you left that situation. John is the spokesperson for his reality that came together and decided ultimately that this, if they could, get enough people on board and get enough energy and whatnot together, that they would be able to subvert the bounds of reality and find out what freedom truly is without the laws of gravity and of thermodynamics, like anything that it's not a law, but like we are bound by those things. Those are cold hard facts that we cannot subvert in our existence. And that was no good. That explanation, right, was no good to them. And that is what each of these cycles are. Each time that you are unable to obtain the light of creation, when the hunger comes down to consume, it basically is able to utilize the power from the light of creation to consume that plane that you are visiting in any one of these given cycles. And on the ones that you obtain the light of creation, that was unable to happen because you have taken that ability away from the hunger to basically exist in two places at once. That's, in the end, the big issue that they're overcoming with the light of creation's power. Anyway, John is aware of your ship now. The hunger is aware of your ship now, through questions answered, and has generally learned a little bit about you in that parlay of info. And then you guys came down to Art Kingdom. Art over anything else. There's no war here, there's just art. And you went through the year-long process of being accepted into the final showing of like your arts, your pieces of art, so that you could obtain the light of creation. And if I recall, it was Yi that got in.
Yeah, with my wallet theft.
Yeah, with all of your wallet thieving. That's right.
Oh, that's right, because we had to perform something.
Yeah, you all had to
Yeah, and
perform something.
Tim's didn't do well.
Yeah, I think it was unfortunately just bad rolls on two
Yeah.
of your parts, and Yi had a good roll with his wallet stealing his art of thievery. And his art of thievery, all of the wallets were accepted into the cave, and the guess was, shot out to everyone, and everyone had a good laugh together. But that was really the end of that, and that was like the light of creation moment. Eventually, Yi returned back at night when no one was watching and entered the cave himself, somehow making it past whatever barrier was there, and only come to find out that the barrier that was there was the void fish. Basically just rejecting folks over time. They had come to think that no one could find out what was in this cave. But that, I mean, he's able to connect with the void fish as always, and as the light of, or as hunger, as the hunger comes down to this plane, you guys unfortunately didn't have the light of creation because we thought this was it the whole time, right? That's what we were working for. That's what we were told it was. That's what they thought it was. But unfortunately, it was the void fish. You guys decided to escape with the void fish, and as the bounds of reality shifted again, and you escaped, and hunger consumed this plane, the voidfish did actually remain on board. This is the first living thing that you folks have been able to bring through a reality with yourselves. Everything else has been dissipated in that shift. And as we come into a new reality, that is where we are. Is there any other questions or any other like sort of catch-ups we need to do before we dive in? Any clarifying
think so.
things people need?
I think we're all set.
Okay. As we enter into our 65th cycle, things have become difficult. Over time, over each cycle, the hunger has begun to show up earlier and earlier. Not only is it earlier, but its warning signs have begun to dim. It's becoming more and more sudden when the hunger just strikes, leaving you folks very little time to plan and get things in order, before having to jet. Things have become more difficult. It's become more efficient, seemingly, at hunting the light of creation. Though I guess there's probably a little sense of like personalness to it. Like it probably does feel like it's hunting you directly, especially after your conversations with it. As you enter into this cycle, from above this plane looks pretty gray and cruel and I don't know, like ashen. Like imagine the black and white sort of style, like Citizen Kane, like the brutalist kind of vibes, right? There's no lakes, there's no rivers. Everything looks like, as you do a Passover, you can see like these small outcroppings of maybe like tented communities around scarce bonfires, but it is, there's no sense of real community here. And it takes a few hours until you come across a white marble city floating in the center of the first big bright blue lake you've seen. All around here, the colors seem to be much more chromatic. Everything seems to be a lot more visible, colorful. I don't know the right word for it. Like they've sucked the actual color from the rest of the place. The core of this city, surrounded by 4 massive humanoid statues with shadows so large they cast like full blackness over parts of the city. You get a brief idea that would be a fantastic way to, or not, I don't know about a fantastic way, but an easy way to keep time as time were to pass. But you really don't get too long to mull that over before an explosion happens behind you, whomever looking out the front window at this marble city, right? An explosion happens coming from the right back of the ship, and it goes down fast. The entire engine may be blown off the side as the ship falls and crashes to the ashen gray rock below. When the 3 of you wake up, you are knelt on a slate floor. You're bound in chains, and you're next to the crew. Most of the crew, I'll say. And as a reminder, we haven't spoken of them in quite some time. Our crew is Davenport, the captain. We have Loop, who is Tim's partner in open relationship. We have Angus, Loop's brother, and that's 6. Oh, and then Lucretia. However, Lucretia is not here, knelt on this stone slab and bound. You seem to be in some.
So they're all bound too?
Yes, all of your whole team is bound. and knelt in just like a single line in this like white slate pit almost. There are brutal, just kind of black holes in it. What you think would be a tunnel leading off into this stone structure, but as you look up, the high walls, like you can't even see buildings around you. You see just a tunnel up to a clouded sky. Let's see. Yeah. Everyone feels, I'm gonna say, like kind of tired and kind of hard to breathe here. There is a dust floating in the air. Whoever wakes up last or shows that they are awake last, or after about an hour, even if anyone is pretending to be asleep after some time, right? After about an hour, a tall man in a big purple, like set of purple robes wanders in and up to, I don't know, the six of you are up on like this little plinth knelt down, right? And he comes up and he introduces himself as Prosecutor Orson. And he informs you that for trespassing, for interloping, for violating the no-fly zone ordinance outside of the city, you folks are being tried. This is not the final trial. This is just a preliminary hearing to see how you will be, adjusted and moved along throughout the legal proceedings. He is able to answer any questions you may have.
Interesting.
I have a really creepy idea.
Oh no.
I want to parley with that guy and get in his fucking brain and fuck with him.
Instantly executed.
Yeah, I don't know how like a very fast parlay happens, right? Like I think you have to spend your time to do this, like
yeah, it's not like I have to concentrate.
But
how are we bound? Do we each have, like, are we all intertwined together with chains? Do we all have our own individual lock? How is it?
There are these two giant iron rings on either side of your group, and then a set of big black iron chains running between the two of them to manacles that each of you are attached to. It's all like one set.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does each manacle have then a set of, like, a latch or a lock or something that could maybe be picked by somebody that might be of the rogue descent?
Each manacle would have a set of, like a keyhole for it, yeah.
Are our hands behind us or in front of us?
Behind.
Are our legs bound?
Yes, yeah. You have a set up top with your wrists and down bottom with your ankles. Think like, I don't know, just like,
Prison.
Yeah.
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 I was about to think it's like Roman days.
Yes, pretty heavy chains.
Damn. I don't have my wild shape ability. I can't wild shape into a rat and get away.
Well, you could. Just question is, do you want to take the risk of everybody else in our crew getting executed?
I don't think he's able to wild shape, are you? Oh, you're not a druid technically.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
well,
I'm not.
Well, again, we're not keeping up with like, oh, I was a 5th level wizard in, Toxic's case. Like, we're just doing the basis of it.
Yeah.
I think you're brought along with this because of your like druid connections. I think we've had you turn into animals before.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We kind of go off the cusp if it's legal or not.
Yeah.
I'm just also spitballing stuff out there.
For sure.
Tim, what do you got going on, man?
Okay.
Toxic,
I don't
that's
know.
you.
I don't know. I just woke up here. Why? This trial seems like it's not fair. We just woke up here.
Davenport definitely agrees with that.
It's racist because he's a bird.
Prosecutor Orson, he says that's why we're just going through the preliminaries right now. We're gonna make it fair, but overall, you have he's flipping through some paper on a clipboard. He says you definitely were blasted out of the no-fly zone, and
Can you please show me the ordinance for your township, city, country, wherever we are, that states it's a no-fly zone?
Oh, well, sure, I can bring back a copy of it, if you would.
Not a copy.
I don't have the
I want the original document.
I don't have the original document.
Then I would like to challenge your ruling on this, and I demand you release us.
Oh no. This ain't I'm not the one making the judgments, nor am I'm the one holding you accountable. I'm just here to be a voice in between. I'm more of an assistant, if we're honest.
Well, how about you assist yourself over here and release us?
Like,
he's going to yell parlay.
Does.
I can't do that. Sure. But I am most certainly not the judge, nor the bailiff or any of these things.
Do your things. Flirt with him.
I'm not flirting with a man.
I do not have the key, and if
First.
I did, I would not put myself on the lam to release you.
Can we talk to whoever is being the judgment then?
Oh, sure. They are going to be stepping in very briefly soon here to just again do this preliminary hearing.
Can I get a lawyer?
Well, that is what I was here to try to explain to you folks, the ins and outs of what you are being charged with. Hi, it's me, Prosecutor Orson.
Why are we just not being charged with a ticket for flying in a no-fly zone?
Well,
by accident.
That isn't quite. It's just not how we handle things. Well, how they handle things here. He puts a hand up, looking around like he's hiding. Right, that comment from someone.
So you go to jail for a minor infraction? That doesn't seem appropriate.
You were flying around out there. I'm sure you saw how they treat those who
okay, so
they feel
are
below
you a
them.
lawyer?
I didn't know it was a no-fly zone.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Who else is flying around if it's a no-fly zone? There should have been nobody except for us.
Yeah.
This is not holding weight right now.
I mean,
I really feel like we should be let go.
Well,
your story is inconsistent.
You feel shaking in the walls around you, and the sky, what little light is coming in from the opening above you, pretty high above your heads, is blotted out by four. Oh, they're different shapes, and you get like a different vibe from them, but I think that you would probably describe them as like mannequin heads, right? Like they're different. There's one slimmer than the next. The next one has some like jowls down at the bottom of its chin, but they're definitely like flat and featureless and, you know, formless on what should be their face. And you get the sense that from having looked in on the city at the outside, these are these four massive figures in the center of the city and what they were looking down in upon. The first one says they kind of like speak over one another, all fighting for like to be heard. You're a long way from home, from your journey's beginning, and still a long way from your journey's end, aren't you? The truth of this matter is already known. Speak it openly. Piety will be rewarded, corruption punished. None of your deeds will be kept from our divine providence. The measure of your words and deeds throughout the fullness of your lives will be considered and weighed. Are you ready to begin?
Are they talking over themselves? To say
Yeah, they're
this?
definitely just like they're piling in on
Okay.
on one another.
Okay.
Who are you?
We
What are
are the
you?
justices. And we are here to judge, I don't know the right verbiage for this. Judge your actions. Man, I'm not a lawyer. Judge your actions and hold you accountable.
I object.
For what? We appeared here.
I demand a jury of my peers.
We appeared here. We can
They-
leave. Like, we'll just leave. It's fine. If you don't want to, we will just go.
they their heads kind of come together, leaving just this little pinprick of light visible. You get the sense that like right above that there's either a big light shining or the clouds have just miraculously cleared up or whatever, but as all their heads like come together and that little point creates a spotlight that hits the edge of your party and starts to just like sweep along it, highlighting the party as it goes down. They said you are held, man, again, don't know the right verbiage, not in contempt. You are you're not found guilty yet because we're just doing the trials. You're charged. There it is. Thank you, me. You're welcome, me. You are charged with a litany of offenses. Wrath as it passes over Davenport, and you all get the sense of not just the past few cycles, but we've seen this. We've seen Davenport become a little bit angrier over time. Again, it's been months since we've played, so it's really hard to compile this on top of our you know, what's just happened, but I'll remind as we go. We've seen this definitely when he argued that when he argued that we can't be taking... Oh, give me a second. Sorry, that was Loop. When he argued that we needed to do whatever we could to get whatever power we could from the hunger, right? And he argued that we should just basically sacrifice this whole civilization that was utilizing the powerful crystal you guys did end up getting. I think it's on your ship, actually. His argument was to sacrifice them for the idea of the greater good, but that argument was an argument taken in rage, in wrath, and throughout the last 64 cycles, right, he has become much angrier at all of the loss that you folks have been experiencing, as he passes, or as this light passes over Angus. Yes, Angus. Your team is charged with envy and jealousy. And Angus
envy and jealousy of what?
Envy and jealousy, just in general. Like Davenport's was wrath. Theirs is Angus's is envy and jealousy. He even pipes up.
Are we on a team of the 7 deadly sins?
Currently, it seems like you're being charged with them. Like, you can see where this is going. The two of them pipe up. Like, Davenport also argues back over as the light's slowly moving, right? He says, after all we've been through, haven't we earned just a little bit of rage? Just a little bit of wrath? Angus even, Angus kind of just sort of shrugs, because... He doesn't feel like he's envious or jealous. He says, at most, I read books and I enjoy them. I'm envious of the characters and the adventures they have, but I go on my own adventures. As the light passes over Loop, you're charged with like gluttony and sloth and greed. I think the offenses actually go way up as it passes over Loop, and she just sort of shrugs and she says, so what? And as it passes over you guys feel this sense of like being seen, in like being flipped through like a book as this light passes over you. And there is mean, can't remember what the religious one is off the top of my head, and we've gone through the main big sins for our main group, but there's other charges like theft. There's other charges like adultery, right? As it passes over the three of you, there's other charges like
I didn't commit adultery. I'm not married. In the current.
Just saying, if any of us do, it's you.
in the current right now. Yeah. I guess maybe it's lust then for you.
What I have,
You're the
what I
lusty
have- what I-
character.
Listen, what I have between my imaginary partner and myself is none of this thing's business. that is between us. That is between me and Loop, and nobody else.
And their other partner.
Not my business.
What's I can't remember the word where you like. 1 second.
What are you trying to figure out, I guess that's the question.
Well, the 7 deadly sins are gluttony, lust,
War,
anger, sloth,
greed, sloth,
greed,
Wrath,
and
pride.
wrath, I
Wrath,
think.
pride.
Hold on.
Yeah, war's not one. It's lust, gluttony, greed, sloth, wrath, envy, pride.
Oh
There
yeah,
they
I did forget to
are.
mention pride. And pride as it sweeps over the last of the three of you, right? Yeah,
Our crime is being human.
your crime is acting upon these impulses and putting numerous other realities to the axe.
We're trying to save all of the realities. If you have a better idea, we're all ears.
The first one asks, "Are more of your people coming from whatever it is you call
No.
home?"
It's just us. We're literally just trying to save all these realities.
Why
That's why
come
we're
here in the
here.
first place?
Because this is where our adventure brought us. This is where we were brought after leaving the last reality, which we saved, by the way.
You didn't.
No, well,
Oh wait,
He doesn't
no,
know
you
that.
know what? Actually, you could have. We didn't do the last one, so you know what?
We didn't do
64,
the
you
last
could have
one.
saved. Give me a, you
We
know
could
what?
have
Give me a
saved it.
luck roll. Just roll a d20. If you get a 10 or above, you can say you can have you. I just for my own sake, if you did save the last one or not.
Fuck. We didn't.
We didn't. Okay, you can still say that. You know, no. We've saved more than our fair share, handful.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not the last one, but
We've saved more of them than we haven't.
Question,
have
do we have a
reason to.
lawyer in this, or are we just getting accused without a lawyer in time to prep for our trial?
Oh,
Because we just kind of got.
I think you three
I-
maybe get the sense that the legal proceedings here are
A
a
sham.
world of a difference from
A sham.
Earth.
Sham.
A
Sham would
sham
the
might
word
be
I'd
the
use.
right word.
Sham is the word I'd use.
I don't know if it would be.
I'd like to accuse the heads then.
Hold on. I would like trial by combat.
No, that's not smart. I would like to accuse the heads of fabricating a lot of these.
I don't want to
'cause
accuse the heads. I want the heads to get lights shown on them.
We live through this. So I would counter back and say we experienced and lived through this. Okay? Like we did not do what you're saying we.
You're being greedy right now with an
You are
intense
being
and selfish
greedy.
desire
Yes.
for your own power and wealth.
Yes, you are selfishly accusing us to control your entire society, and that is no different than what we are being accused of. So
Also, they're
if
being
you're
very
perfect,
sloth.
if you're perfect, then by all means, but I highly doubt that you four are perfect and have never made a mistake in your life.
We are
Or
perfect
existence.
beings, for we are only created to judge, and judge we shall, and judge we have, and judge we always will.
Do you have an excessive belief in your own abilities? And it interferes with your recognition?
We see all past, present, and
Because
future.
that is the definition of pride, which is another deadly sin. So that's 2 of them that you have committed. So I would like to put you on trial.
We have reason to believe there was yet another on your ship, though we have not located your ship. Is there another of yours running around outside our city?
I don't know.
I don't know. Is there?
Not that I know of.
Not that I know of.
From M, yes is the answer, but it's Luke. It would be Lucretia, who is not with
Lucretia,
you.
no.
Yeah.
But I just wanted. Okay.
We get that. We're just trying to pull him off the trail.
Oh well, you did it so well that I thought that you guys were saying that.
So obviously they should be off the trail because
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
no, that's you got even tricked.
I mean, I would agree. I would agree with that. I
just start looking. I start counting. Yep, we're all here.
We're all here. The heads.
I mean, if you want to let me go, I'll go gallivant around outside so you can think there's someone out there.
They all lean over the walls, heads or faces leaning very close, just like right above your heads. And whispers begin to emanate from them, and your vision starts to kind of blur in front of your face, and you're shown the image of, I guess, Christmas future, right? The things to come. You're shown the image of Yi, just like there's like a million different snapshots of the time he's stealing from you guys in the future, or like accepting an old god into his body and using it to create havoc.
Show me the laws where I can't accept an old god.
There's images of Phandalin. What was the name of that town?
Verdansk?
Verdansk, yeah.
Town.
There's pictures of Verdansk and the black glass circle left behind. There's pictures of
I thought we saved Verdansk.
No, Buddha decided to rewind time again and go against us.
Oh, that's right, he did.
He reversed that, which is categorical for a number of like points made by NPCs throughout this story. Is so funny to me. We flip-flop back on that so many times now. The destruction of Verdansk, the aftermath of the bank robbery in the 11th hour back in the little village that we did recently, in the one that repeated itself over and over again.
Village.
And
we broke them free from the curse, I believe.
You did
and the worm.
Break them free.
And the worm.
From that curse and the worm, you sure did, but you're still shown these things.
I don't see what we did wrong. We saved them, all of them. They were living in a perpetual death loop. We broke them free from the death loop. Like, this is not a crime to save people. It's not. It's just not.
The voices all come together, and all at the same time they speak. Your path leads to indescribable destruction, and much of it will come at your own hands. You will face choices with terrible outcomes, choices no one should be allowed to make. Your path leads to the end of our providence. We don't know why. Your path is your own, but our providence has touched your futures. All of you will fall short of glory. So it is known, and so it has always been known. Our judgment is decided, and the man in the purple robes, he starts looking around really confusedly. He's like flipping through his papers, and he says, I thought I was under the impression that this was just sort of a preliminary hearing, that no judgments were going to be made."
Yeah, see, this is the sham. Like we were trying to tell you earlier when we told you to let us go.
And
This
he
is how
Now
shams
think
work.
about it.
looks at you.
How much? How much security do you have in your job? Could you?
tried to tell you.
Would you be able to stay in this job? Could they fire you at any time? Do you have security?
He
Do you
looks
have a
at you with
contract
terror
saying-
in his eyes, and he shakes his head and he says, I'm sorry.
You don't even have
I didn't
dental.
think so.
He throws
You don't even
the
have
clipboard
dental?
on the ground and starts to fucking sprint out of the room. But before he even makes it to the end, he stops and you hear the cracking of stone, like he's like stone setting into place, and you see the skin
Purification.
and the robes all turn into like a statue. And I guess whoever's at the very end of the line can see, you know, the most of your crew as you're watching this occur. But slowly,
Sort of blight.
your crew begins to turn into statues. Everyone, good argument, great arguments there. Everyone gets 2 XP for some good arguments, good fighting back. And you all, a year back later, as the light flashes right before your very eyes, this time a full year later, you wake up in a quiet ship with Lucretia at the helm. Everyone can hear her as she's I don't know, through like a few sobs, right? A few heartfelt like heaves. She says, I made it. They kept tracking me down, but I kept escaping. For a year. I had to hide and fight and repair the ship in secret. I had to learn how. I was the only one. I thought if I died, then I don't know. I didn't even know how to fly the ship, but I fucking made it. She tells you about She tells you about the year, that year, the year of loneliness she faces as she alone hid out in the Outlands. You've all had difficulties on this journey, especially with there being so many years involved, right? Fighting unfair regimes holding you accountable. But none of you have ever been alone like this. You've never felt or been, given the weight of full loneliness. But Lucretia lived with it for that year, along with every other challenge the world threw at her. Every day for a year, she was alone. After that, she was different in a way that made the rest of you, I would say, actually proud. Over the next, few cycles, she spent less time just writing the history of your journey, chronicling. While she still did that, she spent much more time participating in it. She became much more fierce, much more confident and decisive. She wouldn't go on to found the Bureau of Balance for decades, but this horrible, lonely year she faced, this was when she became the director that you knew. It isn't until cycle 82 that we step back in on our adventure. We're kind of nearing the end of the cycles here. It's mostly like some wrap-up stuffs as we go. One, in the past, 15 or so cycles, some noticeable changes. One is that the voidfish continues to grow. Much bigger, much bigger, much bigger each time, each cycle. Despite the fact that all of you have stayed the same age as since that very first cycle. Another sense of change is your sense of safety, your sense of certainty. We saw during that cycle how scary it could get, but the hunger has just gotten better at it since that cycle, hunting you. And since you now know that we can't always rely on the fact that, we'll come back, because in this case we almost didn't, right? Things get a little more worrisome. However, when we enter into this cycle, this set of planes, we find 2 planes here. In most, we have the material plane that we go down onto and do our exploring on. This one, though, where you come to visit, is at a place in which the plane of magic is like vivisecting the material plane, like right in the middle. All these blues and fanciful colors pouring out around the plane that you come down to rest on and to search. However, in searching through this cycle, you find no sense of life. You get the sense that these people had made a lot of progress. They made a lot of like buildings with magic and with technology and with knowledge and whatnot. Like, they were pretty advanced for a society, but there is no sense of life here. No humans, no animals. The wind doesn't blow, right? The waves don't push against the shore. It's all just sort of silent and still. But where you come down is in a vast library. You even land in through the hole in the roof. It's so vast. Think like Library of Alexandria, right? The planes collected knowledge all in one place.
My mind went to Avatar: The Last Airbender's library.
That one also, right? Like, the idea is that it's all of the knowledge from this plane poured together. And within a few weeks of searching, you easily find the light of creation, and you're left to make some decisions in this sort of arcane-infused world of knowledge. You are more than welcome to talk to me about things you're interested in learning about, things you are... I don't know, like, is there parts of your character that we will come to see in the future that we haven't, fleshed out yet? Things like that.
So,
I
there is
want to learn
something
who the
I
hell
want...
those floating heads were. I want to know, like, everything about that culture and why we were judged like that. And how we cannot be judged like that in the future.
Okay. I'd say this is done through study, probably. So give me a mind roll.
It's 2d6, right? It's
Yes.
been a long time.
Yeah, no, it has been. 2d6 plus your mind stat.
9? Ooh, that's pretty good.
Nine's a mid success.
9.
I think so. They do have the planes collected knowledge, but this, where you were, was a different reality. Each of these cycles, right, is a totally different what could have been moment. So I think that there would be almost an impossibility for them to have history that would tell you exactly about these folks, but I think you find one honestly similar enough. Those sorts of societies do not really, they're not they're a stone's throw apart in human history, let alone the history of the universes, right?
Yeah.
Like,
it doesn't have to be exact. I just want
right.
to know, like, roughly what kind of society that was and how we can avoid a dust up like that in the future.
Yeah, that was
Maybe
a
it was the wrong way of me wording it.
No. That was what you find. That was a hyper, like, autocratic society. Those were the judge, the juries, and the executioners, all four, right? All in one. They were probably the rulers of this society, and thinking about them, they're probably not like, they probably don't live to be 80 before they die and a new, cycle is born. They've probably been there for a long time. And cities like this, I mean, it's like the rich rule, right? Anything that challenges status quo or affects the security in that feeling is immediately like held at liable. I think in this case, a life of adventure will put you at odds with folks that think like that anyway, right? Like, I think that you feel
They
secure.
pretty much brainwash their own community, say it's safer at home, never leave.
Yeah. I mean, all the culture and stuff outside of that city, while minuscule, like, you know, there was existence outside of that city, but even their color was taken from them. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like a sense of like the 1% holding anyone else at accountable for what you existed in their airspace and they shot you down. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So how to avoid it in the future is like not coming up against tyrants would be, I think, the best outcome for that, right? Which is not, that's hard to, like, you didn't know who you were coming up against when you flew in like that. But with this study, I'd say you get the sense of other types of like tyrant nature, other types of bad forms of government, and I think we'll be able to make a quicker snap decision on cultures like this from above in the future. Maybe that's the outcome.
Yeah, I mean that's all I'm trying to get to, right? Like I want to, if it's avoidable, I want to avoid societies like that, right? That
Right.
Not great
Right.
outcome.
No, that tracks. That tracks. With this roll, I'll either give you 1 XP or 1 asset. We could just say it's a really cool book or a piece of arcane tech, right? Like, it doesn't really need to be tied in. It can be anything in an empty world.
I'll take another experience, I guess.
Fuck yeah.
That
Okay.
puts me at 5, I think. We're racking up experience.
Yeah, and we are getting really close to using them. I have been looking into what they mean, so I will be
Okay.
prepared.
I have 8.
I'm guessing
I
it's
have
fun
9.
stuff. I'm guessing it's really good stuff. That's why I've been kind of hoarding experience.
We got XP. Who's got bonds and who's got assets? I'm just curious.
I have 2
I have-
bonds. I have an asset.
I have 8 XP and 5 bonds.
I have
Damn.
1 bond and
Hello,
One
bearded
asset?
turtle. We are just playing D&D. Feel free to listen.
Hi.
1 bond, 1 asset.
1 bond, 1
Beautiful.
asset, 5. Damn.
Yeah.
Buddha's rocking over there.
I
I
have
think he had more
1 asset.
outcomes where he got to choose. Like he's had more like interaction when we've been in cycle than
I
of us.
do. Yeah, he had a few like John specific cycles too, I think, that have stacked
Yeah,
up a
I
little
I have
bit.
no assets though, so if that
That's
if
true.
that matters anything.
That's
so.
true.
I have 1 asset. I don't have that many. It's not like
I
I'm
have-
fucking rolling in assets
I have-
right now.
I have 1 asset. I have 2 bonds, but one of those bonds is a special one with my god.
It's true. That's true. The other 2. What are some interesting things you would be? Is there anything that you
so
want to
I
learn,
think
like
Buddha
skill wise?
Should go next,
Okay.
because I want to talk to you about mine in secret. I'm after Buddha.
Oh. Okay. Can you send me a message, or do we need to have like the
Yeah,
conversation?
It might be your conversation, but I can send it through DM just to see what you think at first.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do that.
Is there a way for me to learn more about my parlay ability?
Okay. What you learn is that unfortunately, like maybe there's even a very similar thing to this parlay here that you can look into, and it seems that, I mean, over the course of that year that you actually got to a very advanced space in this study, At least according to this plane's information. Being able to do it like you can do it, and actually being able to pull yourself out of it, I think is pretty powerful. Unfortunately, there's no shield. There's no the whole point of the parlay ability is opening yourself up to that danger, right? To putting down the weapons. So inherently you can't have a combat in order for it to keep its peaceful nature.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if there was some, like, maybe not, or just even like a way I could just maybe not inflict damage, just reach out and touch the whatever, whoever I'm parlaying with or something like that. So I don't know.
Theoretically you could. I think maybe this
Okay.
is telling you, maybe we just haven't actually tried yet. Theoretically you
Okay.
could touch them. And maybe during your training, they just told you that you couldn't hurt them, so they didn't really focus on like what happened if you wanted to touch them. But like, I think through this you get the sense like there's pictures of people shaking hands in the dream or whatever, so you get the idea you actually could touch them. But that feeling of like overwhelming illness comes over when you try to combat, or you just physically can't. You can't bring yourself to cast the spell or whatnot.
To be
I
fair,
think
Buddha,
you learn
half
that
the
you
time
can
you've tried
touch.
to confront God.
You can do it a touchy. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think this cycle is spent with you in close study of something that you are already pretty painfully aware of. While I'm checking out Yee's DM, let's see, there is Davenport spends some time reading over illusion magic. He says that, let's see, he says that maybe they can use it to confuse the hunger. Lucretia, she learns a protection spell. At first, she studies Shield of Faith for like the first 6 months. But over the course of the last 6 months, maybe utilizing some of the abilities of the Light of Creation, right? She's able to make it into something bigger and better. Something like a bubble around, like a literal bubble around herself. Think like Wizard of Oz bubble, right? Just literally looks like a bubble, but maybe in this case is magically protective, can deflect strong spells, maybe something greater in the future, she hopes, but for now, a powerful shield spell. Barry and Loop. Not Barry, damn it. Angus and Loop.
I was like, who the fuck is Barry?
Yeah, he's unimportant.
Barry Allen.
Barry Allen, and then
I was going
also
Barry White,
Angus
but,
Angus and Loop. They spend time studying some secretive magics. The brother and sister in the times off spend their, like, in the times away from the groups, are always together, are always folding over this massive tome. They're talking back and forth. They're writing on a chalkboard and then erasing it and trying something new, and like doing the the unnecessary calculus maths, but with magic, to try to really figure out what they are reading. Barry discovers while working with Angus. Sorry, his middle name is Barry. That's what it is.
Angus Barry McDonald.
Angus Barry McDonald's. My bad. I didn't tell you guys his middle name. That's my fault. Angus discovers.
He prefers to go by Barry.
Yeah, right. He does, but you guys have made me call him Angus this whole time.
Yep.
He discovers that, working with the Light of Creation, like we've talked a little bit about this, but I think he puts words to it on this cycle. That the hunger is attracted to, it's basically with all of the types, it is all types of magic, it is all types of energy. Something in there, one of those like shards, those wisps of energy and power coming from it, is basically like the craving aura, right? Like it makes you want to use it, not for bad, but it just makes you want to use it. It makes you want to discover what it can do. It makes you want to flex it and stretch it and use it. We got some of this, I think, when we were talking to the chalice, right? When was it Yi that went back in time? I think multiple of you did, but you guys like talked to the chalice, and the chalice was the same. It just wants to be used, right? The hunger is like fine tuning to that signal and is finding it better and better. And it seems like literally like a radio, it's found the station, and that's why it's becoming better at finding you guys. Goodness, what you got here? Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, I like this. I don't think there's any need to be secretive, though. This is what you want to do, right?
No, I know, but if it comes up later on, I want them to be surprised about it.
Oh. Roll plus heart.
It's 2d6 for rolling, right?
Yeah, it's 2d6 plus heart.
That's a 13. 2 6s exact.
Fuck. Okay. Yi spends much of this year off on his own. Yi is gone for months on end. He always returns, but he's gone for, I mean, I say the longest time is about 6 months, but it started off as like maybe a day or so, maybe a few days here. The longest time, and you guys got a little worried, was a week, and you got a little worried because he took the light of creation off with him. But he returned. He returned a week later with the light of creation in tow, no struggles, no problems. What do you say when the crew presses you about where you've been the week? Angus and Loop are all up in your face, like, where'd you go? What'd you do?
He comes back, all of a sudden we're starting calling him Barry, and he's like, "Who the fuck is Barry?"
Yeah, right. They changed Angus's name while you were gone, bro.
I'm not bothering you all about what you're doing with all your magic mumbo jumbo. I'm doing what I can to help. That's all you need to know. Don't you trust me?
No, we don't.
No,
it's hard to get a reason to fully trust you, Barry. Say, Angus. See, now it's permanent. Oh no,
it's canon. It's canon.
Barry. It's canon.
Angus Barry.
Or no. His fur name. Barry is his actual first name. He was going by his middle name because he was undercover originally.
He was undercover originally.
And now he's spent so much time with us, he feels more comfortable releasing his full name to us.
Barry Angus Barry.
Sir Barry Angus Barry
Sir
McDonald
Barry
the 13th.
Angus Barry McDonald.
The 13th.
Oh no, that can't be his name.
No, it is.
Okay.
It's written on the Google sheet.
Actually,
no, it's not.
No one particularly trusts Yi, but he doesn't, I think, steal the light of creation for the remainder of the year, and that's how Angus is able to spend some time with it, discover all about the craveability and whatnot. Give me a moment. Yes?
Was the void fish with us the entire year that Yi was gone?
Yi? I'm going to say that for most of it was. Did you ever need to take the void fish for anything?
Unless it followed me out of its own will, wanting more wallets, no.
I'm just trying to figure out what he was doing. So I was like, damn, did you steal the void
wouldn't-
fish for the whole year? And
I wouldn't need the void fish unless it followed me out of its own will for wallet taking.
You know, I think maybe in that first phase where we're like leaving for a few days at a time, it might have followed you out. But once you start disappearing for longer, I think even you point back and you tell it to go back. Like you don't.
Yeah.
You know, the void fish is the only one the crew is on the fence about. We don't know if this thing can come back when it dies because it shouldn't have been able to cross the barrier with us. So we truly don't have any, clue. It leaving the ship is more worrisome for it's the only one without immortality. So we don't want to test anyway,
Right.
yeah.
A 13. We'll gain 1 bond. That I will give you.
Okay. That what a time to crit about that.
I mean, it's that thing every now and then where you make something important by the rolls you make. Like we Toxic wrote a book at some point during this campaign. It was because he rolled a nat 20 on something, and I don't.
He did.
I did.
The fucking the worms. He is the utmost.
He
is the ultimate.
I was harvesting
person
worm poison
on the worms.
on the purple worm poison.
Yeah, that's right. A expert in the field, which is so fucking good, dude. All on a 20.
He is the ultimate expert on purple worms.
Foremost expert.
I still can't believe we killed that fucking thing, and you were like, "Yeah, that thing was like 3 times your level."
Yeah, purple worms are no joke, but they also, if you ever play a rogue, they have the best poison ever. Like, you want it. You need it in your life. Purple worm
do
poison
some killing.
Annihilates people to kill people. It was 10d10 poison damage or some crazy shit. It's a lot of damage.
It's crazy. It's like the fireball
gross.
Of poisons.
Of poison. It's gross. It does so much damage.
Well, why didn't we try to harvest it?
We did. I don't make poison. I'm pretty sure I tried to harvest that part because I knew that
They need to make a DC 19 Con saving throw. Then they taking 42 12d6 poison damage on a failed save or half as much on a normal. On a successful.
Yeah, purple worm poison is disgusting.
Does that qualify with if you have like a sneak attack for
Yeah, you would poison your dagger. Of course, 100%.
With
you poison your dagger and then you sneak attack and you can destroy them.
You just got to make sure not to get the poison on yourself. I think it's not as good, but it's close to wyvern poison.
No, purple worm poison is the best poison you can get.
Is it?
Yep. As far as I know, the best poison you can get in 5e.
Well, they did come out with the next set, so maybe there's something better now. Slip a note secretly to Yi that says, "Did you miss me?"
No.
Fucker.
I did miss your wallet though. Give it easy.
I was gonna say it's actually just gonna be a picture of my wallet. It says, "Did you miss this?"
Yeah. So wyvern poison is only fucking 7d6.
So an ancient green dragon's poison breath deals 22.d6 damage. So that's how much.
But
that's a breath attack.
You can't make that. I'm saying like the purple worm
poison
I get you. Is the of all the poisons you can make. Purple worm poison is the most devastating poison.
Except in the rule of cool, I can make way cooler things than that.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure.
I know.
You can make whatever you want.
Rules as written, whatever.
Yeah.
I think we threw that.
Do you know?
I think we threw that book out day one when we started this campaign.
Yeah.
Purple
I mean,
mushroom stamp poison.
That's like. Are you aware? I'm not. But if 2024 has any worse poisons, because their classes are actually powerfully
24
different.
D&D.
I
don't
I haven't
think so.
seen. Hold on.
I haven't looked into that.
Now I'm just curious because they have other giant, like they have that massive like world-ending ooze now. I bet there might be some poison involved. Man, I don't know. There could be something that they have upped the ante
It looks
with.
like
look-
they're the same.
Okay.
Roughly.
Yeah, they didn't add any poisons, didn't take any away.
Cowards.
It's the exact same.
Cowards.
Yeah. I mean, there's different ones. Like crawler mucus is not one I've ever seen before, but
Mhm.
like they maybe renamed them.
I'm looking.
Oh Lord, this
yeah,
one
DC
just
13
paralyzes.
concept, so-
It just paralyzes people. That's pretty
Yeah.
gross.
I mean, that's in Baldur's Gate 3.
But it's only for 1 minute they're paralyzed for. And
That's
if they
It's still a long time.
That's a
That's a long
long
fucking time, dude. That's enough time to kill a bitch.
Yeah, but they do the throw on each round, and they only have to make a DC 13 con save.
Yeah, I mean that's true. It's on the lines of like a low cast of hold person to me. Like in Baldur's Gate
And
3, it taught me how powerful that spell is. I have died so many times to being fucking held when I should not have been held.
It costs 200 gold for that poison too. So
I think purple worm poison is way more expensive.
How?
than that.
Yeah,
it's 2,000 gold for purple
And
worm.
purple worm poison is the easiest way to make it is to harvest it and make it yourself.
I will
Yes.
talk to you about that separate. I don't think we need to do a canon, like a
Yeah.
lengthy canon moment for that, especially because you're trying to keep it on the DL. But I will.
Yeah.
When I find out, that will be important, and when I find out how,
Okay.
I will.
Yeah.
You'll
when
know.
you figure it
I'll
out,
I'll
we'll talk
bring it up
about it
narratively,
separately.
and you'll be like, oh, cool. That's how that's
Yeah, I get you.
come up. The reason you were gone for that final 6-month stint is because it was working, and we'll talk about how.
Yes.
That's really cool.
Don't worry, guys. I'm just making a nuke.
You're making a new what?
You
I
cut out
said I'm
there.
making a nuke.
A nuke. Oh
Oh.
God. Well, that's interesting. I'll see how he turns it into that, guys. Don't worry. Towards the end of that year, it's a lot of year of study, quiet contemplation, right? Like self, inward looking. Loop approaches Tim at a moment where, I don't know, the crew's off around the bonfire, right? Tim's maybe off at a remove table just reading over some bits about the now I can't say it, autocracy, whatever, about different forms of tyranny, in the nearby
Government
area.
stuff.
Yeah, bad government stuff.
Oh, the air one. Yeah.
And she, yeah, man, now my brain wants to say it, but I can't figure it out. Anyway, she approaches you, and she seems lost in contemplation as well. And she asks you for a big favor. She says, "I'd like to ask you for just a massive, massive favor, babe."
You asking me for a favor?
Mhm.
What's up?
She looks over at all of your crew, her friends around the bonfire, and she says,
Aristocracy.
Aristocracy.
No, we're not doing that again.
I
That's the
want
word
an
I'm looking for, though.
aristocracy. No, I life the past 80 or so years has been a lot, but I need a memory. I need something I can hold on to. Angus and I, we've been studying some pretty powerful magics, and it seems like it's gonna be a help if if I just have the, a powerful memory to hold on to. And I'm curious if you could, it's kind of corny, but if you could give me the my best day ever day, like I just, I need something strong. I need a happy, powerful memory I can hold on to. And there's so much that's tainted so many of our years, that I'm having trouble.
This is where she's
focusing
getting
on
trapped
them.
in an umbrella. Anyway, that was outside of game. I feel like this is where she's getting trapped in an umbrella. Anyways, sure. I could.
You
Yeah.
can give me a, maybe a mind roll or a heart roll to like try to parse, what she's talking to you about, or you can, you can also just say like absolutely.
She's asking
and
to give her a baby.
No, that's how she asked. She asked for the best day ever.
she did ask for the best day ever.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to make a mind roll, but ultimately I'm gonna say yes either way. I think I
Right.
just want to maybe parse what she's trying to
For sure.
get at. I have no clue because it was a 6. I don't know what she's trying to get at.
And
But
she doesn't seem very forthcoming. She seems kind of scared of whatever they've been reading, but she says that they're going to do something and she needs this to hold on to.
Great. I feel like this was my chance to save her, and I just blew it. All right. I'm just like, yeah, sure. We can. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So what do you do?
Whatever she wants me to do. But I assume she's got this planned, like whatever.
No, she doesn't. She wants you to give her a powerful memory.
I don't. We never spoke about her backstory, what she's into.
Just give her a baby.
Nothing more powerful than the dick.
Yeah.
I think
She was
that
an umbrella
this
in the
is,
present.
yeah,
so I don't.
no,
she's
for
trapped in
sure.
an umbrella.
This
I
is a
have no
moment
idea.
in which I think you have pretty full control over. This is your character's life partner, right? We haven't really dove into that, but like, I think that if you say she's into it, as long as it's not somehow great game breaking, right? Like she can be into it, if she loves a quiet walk on the beach, like you can make that, that her easy, it could be if, like,
Okay.
how do you think Tim would go about this, right? He knows all about Loop.
I mean, she'd probably want to spend some time like studying our favorite magic, I guess, right? That would be one thing, because they're studying like super powerful magic. Without metagaming, I would secretly want to study what to do if your partner gets stuck in an umbrella. Like, how do you get them out? But anyways,
Oh, I've accidentally
She's like,
got
this
my
is a
person
weird thing to
stuck.
be so yeah, the two of you, let's see, we spend the first part of the day. She asks to bring along, the crew. Let's see. Yeah, what is this about? Is this just about reading it up? Is this about like, I don't know. How does this take place from you? Is this about like group reading circle? Is this like, let's all learn a skill and see who can use it the best? Let's like have a competition on who can find the most big flashy spell? Is this
I don't know. I would say no. It's hard to do this without metagaming, right? Because knowing what I know about the past, I have to assume, right? Like, or knowing what I know now,
What you know about the future.
what I know about the future, right? Like, this is very difficult to
I mean,
not.
the only thing that you like, I mean, it just doesn't make sense for this is like you can't really be doing research on how to get your wife out of an umbrella, because we're reading up on destructive magic. You know what I mean? Like it isn't.
Yeah.
It's just not something Tim can step away
quick
to
tip,
do
learn
while
future
distracted
sight.
by this, I think. You know what I mean?
I learned future sight. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
smart. Yeah, but that's not a destruction magic.
It can be. You could use it to destroy the world. Therefore, destruction magic.
I guess I would kind of like just look, because like I'm a spellcaster too, so I would
Mhm.
just kind of I would study destruction magic with her and look for some kind of spell to inflict damage or something like that to try to hone the skills that I know I have or I grasp I might have someday, if that makes sense, because we're kind of in the past now. The
Is this
past
where
Yeah,
Tim learns to
you
do
know.
magic tricks to impress Lou about his destruction magic?
Yeah, actually,
That would be a phenomenal canon.
That would
Yes.
be really good canon.
What's the I
Like,
mean,
she
what's
loves
the
magic, and that's why
spell,
you do
you
that.
know? It doesn't have to be like, oh, spray of cards, but like what's the generalized spell that you learn to like show off for her?
I need to get a player's hand. Hold on.
And you guys are not like, don't think of yourselves as level. You now are 80 years old. Like power wise, we're not on the D&D power scale, but like if you were able to cast, you know,
You
let's
should
say
do
like a
Fireball and
spray
it
of
becomes a comet
poison-ish
shower.
before, you can probably do something like delayed blast now. You know what I mean? Like you can theoretically, if we were in D&D 80 years later, you would be like pretty high level. So it doesn't need to be confined by, well, I was only level, 7 when we left.
Go wild.
Yeah, That's not to say it goes off, without a hitch, but it's just the fun of the day, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull one for her to have fun with too.
Thought she was the one that has fun with him.
Nice.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Psychic Scream sounds super interesting, but
Again, this is not necessarily like you're picking up the spell. You're showing off a nice, big destruction magic thing you learned. Or evo destruction is not. It would be evocation technically. There's no destruction magic in D&D.
I'm just trying to look at the spell level because I want to use like an actual spell.
Oh, sure. Let into the sky and rain down like meteors.
Yeah, that sounds great, even though it's 4 different points within a 40-foot radius.
Right.
20d6 fire
Toxic.
damage.
You're toxic. Through the ages, you pretty much become such an old wizard that you.
Magic. I think it's a big grand show of magic. She pops out. She spends the time weaving her hands together and like puts one of them as a balled fist into the palm of the other and draws a spectral sword out and then holds it up and lets go, and the sword starts like floating around her, and everywhere she points it spins and cuts. And you will say like Angus pulls out a different kind of weapon, a spear, and as a fun like little bout they have at it, but every strike of the sword sends him like literally rebounding, like force was applied off of it. And she's really giddy with this too. We'll say Angus is also a spellcaster. At this point, they've been studying throughout the year, and Korik, give me one of these too. Find a fun spell for Korik to cast, because you're a spellcaster too.
Oh fuck yeah! Any spell?
Yeah, straight up. Yeah. So the idea was we're out doing big flashy evocation spells, but if you have something big and flashy that would show off for Loop in this day, then absolutely.
Side note: if I get to 9th level, I'm taking Meteor Swarm. There's
It does
something
20
poetic about a
9 damage, 6 damage. It's insane.
40d6 fire damage. That sounds amazing.
I 100% agree. And now you have the like inkling for it 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I need to learn this.
Exactly.
I didn't know this spell existed either.
Angus.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice one.
Angus shrugs and he apologizes. He's not good at evocation magic. He does say that. He says, I'm just, it isn't my forte, and I tried, but what I did get was this. Loop spent her time doing Mordekainen's sword, but what I can do, and he waves his finger and a little like box appears, and he points his finger out, and it shoots out to a wall, and that wall blasts open into this massive shimmering door. And when he pushes it open, you can see this deep extra dimensional dwelling, almost like a mansion on the inside. And he says, I learned a mansion
It's like
spell.
Liam's tiny hut.
Yeah,
It's
except
like
it's
Liam's tiny
Mordekainen's magnificent mansion. It's the 8th level or 7th level version of that. That's so funny. Yeah. It's just like there's servants in there, and he says, "It's not my house, but I thought it would be funny." He even like has the servants, I don't know, do like little dances for Loop, and she laughs at the control he has over them. What you got, Korik?
So the thing that pops to me is kind of dark. Is the 9th level spell True Resurrection?
Oh no.
But I'm trying to find something that could lead into like my plant magic later on. So
That's a fun idea. I don't. We've actively said that there's no life here, so bringing something back to life.
Yeah.
That's the bound I'm on right now. Is that I don't. Is there anything to bring back to life? Just curious. Prismatic wall sounds pretty fucking cool. I know it's not.
Yeah.
Evocation.
So foresight in the 9th level. How far does that? Because it says see into the
immediate future. Yeah, duration.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's DM's discretion.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Because this could do like basically, could I show her future of being locked inside of an umbrella?
Oh, I don't know that I want to go down that road, but you can do.
You can show her. You know what? You can show her future. I think that you've only been studying this for, a little bit of time. The idea of this, it's what for the duration 8 hours. So an 8-hour foresight. I think that narratively, it's probably it's not going to be 20 years long, like she became an umbrella, then. But I think you could in doing this, she's worried about something coming that she's doing with Angus, and I think that if you could show, give her some sort of idea of what that's going to be like. I think that's a narrative.
Instead, I am going to, because the group hasn't seen me shapeshift before. Besides Yi and Tim, right?
Yeah, no, I think
it's hard to say. You've done it before in these like years. You've had the druid abilities to do it, and I think you turned into an octopus.
You turned into a robot.
Yeah, my internet is garbage. One second.
He's fine for me.
Yeah, weird. I mean, my internet is shutting in and out, and I don't know why. Uda, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
No, you're still robotic.
He's fine for me. That's weird. It might be on your end then, Buddha.
Well, actually, everybody's robotic.
Oh, M just left too.
Always good for a refresh.
Yep. M, you're good.
Can you hear us now, good Buddha?
Buddha, you good?
Oh no.
He joined, so maybe
He
just
did.
taking a second.
Mm-hmm.
All right, talk again, guys.
Could you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Yeah. You're no longer robots.
Nice.
My Discord was messing up. I just did a hard reset of Discord.
Oh, good. I think though when Buddha transformed last in this, he wasn't around anyone.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
he
last
did he did a octopus. He was an octopus for the whole like.
Oh yeah, the
Okay.
underwater stuff.
But
Yeah,
there's
okay.
something in, I don't know, you could do that, you true polymorph, you could turn into something big and fast if that's what you're after. Like up your,
Ask her what her favorite animal is.
it's her favorite animal. She describes something with, we're going to say it's like a Cthulhu creature that you guys came across out and amongst the cosmos. She said it was the scariest thing she's ever seen and she loved it.
I transformed to that.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. She's freaking giddy with excitement. Give me
I'm back.
your
Sorry about that.
mind roll to see how well you transform into it.
And so I was fucking rolls up earlier. I was rolling a D20 earlier, so it's D6, right?
2d6.
2d6 plus whatever your mind is.
You funny.
Oh, that's an 8.
That's an 8. You do it.
So I was rolling
She is
I was rolling a
giddy.
D20 and I failed with that. So yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I know, that's pretty wild. You do it, it's to a smaller effect. Like you couldn't quite get the size of this thing, the immensity of this monster, but I think she loves it all the same. She is so just over the moon about this situation, that you folks have come together in this morning to make destruction with her.
At the end of the day, can I pray to my
How
god
does
to
this turn
cause
away from my date
a
night to like?
Aurora Borealis?
Oh, it hasn't.
Okay.
Can you do what, Yi?
At the end of the everyone's thing, can I pray to my god to cause a Aurora Borealis to appear?
Yeah, give me a heart roll.
Okay. That's another nat 13.
Oh man, I was gonna say it needed to be really high for you to get your god to do anything, but she's been pleased with you since you gave her the light that one time, so she gives you an Aurora Borealis that night, which is perfect for the preceding date night.
Oh no.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
We did the daytime thing where you went out, you did some spell. We're just showing off with the crew and with the fam. Where do you set up this? You guys released a monster on an empty city, you blasted it with fireballs and with she threw her sword out there and just let it slash shit up. She seemed less excited about her sword when she realized you could have destroyed a city, but she loved it all the same. How do you set up this this dinner date night?
I don't. Trying to think about what food she would like. This is a lot of thinking I was not prepared to do.
That's D&D, baby. What is the most romantic setting, and what is the meal that you make or have made? The crew
Didn't we
can
have
come
a
together.
cook at one point?
Yeah,
me.
Buddha. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I thought
We didn't have any other cook.
I did the Heroes Feast.
Yeah, that's he is the cook.
He's our chef.
I could have swore we had like an NPC person that also did cooking for us at some point.
Yeah. For one of
It's
your
still not-
bonds, I will. I'll make you a romantic dinner. Do you want beef Wellington, some oysters?
I'm not giving you shit. I'm gonna
I'll do it for free, but it may not come out well.
Hey, for 2 XP, I'll cook ye. Roast bird.
You gotta catch me first. And good luck fighting my god for me.
I've talked to him before. I'll talk again.
So
They just create a magical thing for me. I don't think they let me go that easily.
I would probably do it under the stars. I would think that would be like a memory making type of thing.
You get that Aurora Borealis above your head from Yi.
Yep. And then I don't know. I'd probably make like her favorite meal, which I really don't know what that would be. But like some kind of like maybe like a steak and some kind of, I don't know if there's seafood like the equivalent of lobster or whatever here, and like some really fancy vegetables, and it'd just be a really fancy meal.
Surf and turf honestly
could
feels
share.
like dead on the nose for what
Some
you would
steak and
enjoy.
voidfish.
Yeah, dude. Well, hold on.
Yeah,
Stay away from the void fish.
steak and voidfish.
Oh
man.
No, I mean I really like that. I really like that. One final heart roll from you.
My heart rolls not great. Not my best stat. I hope this works. It's probably not going to. Oh, it's okay. It's a 10.
Hey.
Congrats.
I mean, it does. It's nice. It's quaint. Where is this? You're under the stars. Are we on a city street? Are we in a park? Are we in like a clearing in the woods, the beach? What's the vibe?
Probably like on like a hillside,
Yeah.
so you can see the stars.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the crew helped you put this together, but left you to your own devices. And I think that the night is exactly what you think it's exactly what she needed it to be, right? Like she seems over the moon. She's lost at staring in the stars, and you don't really get a moment to see her like this because she's so brash. She's such an up in the face and in the front of the battle kind of lady, but you know, you getting to see her with her like, you know, front down is very it reminds you, right, of why you fell in love. And the rest of the night is filled with great sexy times that we do not need to RP.
Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
Bounce, chicka, bounce, bounce, star fade. Everyone gains 1 bond. Toxic gains 2 bond because
Let's go.
that was awesome. And in the morning, she is
Congrats.
just as happy. And yeah. As we approach the end of this year, her and Angus sit the team down and reveal what they have discovered and what their plan is. Through the ancient tome that they have been poring over and learning from, they have found the ability to become liches. The
Oh,
ability to combine their souls with raw magic and subvert the dying process that you all have been facing. This is their like safety measure, their ripcord in case everything goes wrong. They decided that brother and sister would pour into this together, go through the process, combine their souls with magic. While dangerous, it is very, you know, brings the power. Maybe they're hoping extra power to fight the hunger. When doing this, it's very easy to lose your mind to it. You folks have, like, you know, we fast forward, rewind to Edward and Lydia, who were the elves that were in charge of Wonderland and taking all that, you know, taking your power from you and putting you through their sick games. They were liches, and they were doing what liches do when they lose their minds, right? That's just draining everything in sight for the
start
feeling
creating
of
tacky game shows.
power and start creating tacky game shows. But she says that with its strong enough emotional connections, she like puts a hand on Tim's shoulder and looks around at the group and nods. She says, "We can stay grounded. You guys really helped give me that day, and Angus has his. So tomorrow we're gonna do the ritual, and once complete, hopefully, you know, this is a ripcord. We should nothing should change. It's just if we're caught, we'll have the ability to escape again. And the next day, the ritual goes off without a hitch. They are laid down. The magics roil and swirl above them through many layers of arcane runes they've drawn and verses they've chanted, and through a little bit of seizing and some blood being spat up, 2 red-robed specters sit up from the now technical corpses of these 2 before looking at the rest of the crew. For a brief moment, things seem to destabilize and they shake, and some energy is roiled off, and a little bit of electricity slashes across the tree, right? But it isn't too long before they stabilize and gain composure before re-entering into their bodies. And Angus and Loop sit up, and they nod and they smile, because for now, seems like it was a success. And as the hunger starts to show up, you folks go to leave. And you're flying up and out of this plane. The hunger's pillars touching down and causing their havoc, fighting for a brief moment the Cthulhu beast you leashed upon the city, right? And then overtaking it, of course. You have the light, though. They can't actually destroy this consume, right? This reality. And Loop looks back as you're flying through like the open bay door, and she says, well, no time like the present to test. And she jumps out of the back, and you see her falling, and then the red specter rise from the corpse that falls beyond and crashes into the ground, and you see Loop's lich form begin to, with aplomb, and the biggest impact you've seen, an actual impact in 80 years against the hunger. It isn't enough. They do overtake her. But for the first time, you get this sense of like it is actually possible. You see her like she probably takes out a whole pillar by herself before, 3 to 10 other pillars overtake. But that's something. It's something. No one's been able to front these forces yet. While it's not enough to beat it, it's close. And you all can feel it.
Since we all gotta become liches, who's next?
I don't want to become a lich.
It's cool to be a lich. You get really cool magic.
Oh, I bet you do.
I mean, okay.
He's already 98% of the way there.
No, but hear me out, though, because we've discovered in the story that Yi was a red robe, right? We know this for a fact.
Oh, yeah.
Yi was a red robe.
Wait, does that mean I became a lich before?
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to be honest. That's in nothing I have. But you have just pointed out a fact that I don't know. Maybe the team takes
that would
up
also
the
make
red
sense
robes.
why Yi can jump from body to body as he likes.
Why that was easier. Maybe you take it up if you wanted it. I mean, I think narratively it's there that you could have been.
Could that be part of my god's powers and why she's keeping me alive so long? She's somehow able to keep me alive by turning me into a lich without me knowing.
I actually think I'm starting to have some thoughts on this. Nothing I want to. Well, okay, hold on. I think there's maybe something in that as to. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to leave it up to you on if that's something you want to do. I don't think it is. Like, you wear a red robe. I think your team can take up the red robes, like, as a symbol before the Bureau of Balance outfits, right? Like, that could have been just the crew outfit. You guys are actually all in red robes already as you left.
Right, you said it was we were wearing red robes anyway.
Right. So I did forget that, but so it's not narrative that you are now a lich, but you could be if you wanted to be. They are just also red robes in their lich forms. Maybe it was because they were wearing the red robes of your organization when they did
died.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That feels right. That feels right. Up to you if you want that. I'm not averse to that. That's something.
Oh yeah, no,
else
he's
sort of,
definitely gonna be part lich.
Well, we'll get to that on a cycle. We have a foreshadowing, and then we're back into another one. We're close to the end now. Many years have passed. It's a quiet night on a future cycle. Everyone in the crew sitting around eating, talking about which world has been our favorite so far. Come up with a world on the spot, and each of you tell me which one your world has been the favorite. It does.
The previous.
What was the previous one?
The one we just did with all the chaos.
Oh, okay. Just like destroying a city with big, powerful magics. That was your best day ever, too?
I kind of like the bank one in the Scone RP. That was my favorite.
Well, that's present time. We're talking about.
I thought he meant like. I thought he meant like makeup one we didn't.
Yes, makeup one we haven't been to. We've been so far. We've been. We'll say to 90 different planets.
I
right?
thought you meant one we've been to.
This is improv on the spot. What was like Korik? What was Korik's favorite cycle?
Okay, so Korik's favorite cycle was one in which Yi actually died.
Most of them.
And it just brought me, it like the way he died in this one though was just fucking awesome. He was flying, and whatever, like the creation, whatever it was, as we were trying to get it and whatnot. Like he just got like eviscerated in the fucking sky by lightning. His feathers burned off, and he fell down and just got impaled by a fucking spiky rock. And I loved it.
That's when he tried to fly and failed. That's when he forgot he got his clips winged.
Yeah,
so that was really cool, and and he was just doing it. He was trying to be extra, trying to get the light and whatnot, and it was just like Tim and I just look at each other, and it was like, really? And it was 10 times easier for us to actually just do it, and it was like Yi just tried showing off. He was like, I got this, and he just started flying up.
He
and
tried
it was
doing
like,
the Kobe dunk and got dunked upon.
Yeah, just like an ultimate, like, thunderous boom happened. Lightning came shooting out. And just, he fucking just ate shit. And just was like, got impaled, like, through his throat.
Favorite one was, there was one of all oceans, and there was all these little like platform cities, and you guys at some point during that cycle went on a big fishing trip in which you caught a fish bigger than the ship, and you got to like tie tethers to it and have it be your mobility for the year. He really loved that fish. It was like one of his good friends. It spoke English, and he got to communicate with it.
One of Yi's favorite was when he just started his own cult. He just started convincing people that he was a messenger of a god. He is, but he wasn't claiming which god. And somehow he convinced enough people to start its own religion.
Yeah, I think you did. That's funny, yeah. You've done that, I think, on several occasions now. And each time, I think you've done better at it each time. Because you've learned from the past mistakes.
First time was a mafia, second time was a cult, third time is secretive.
Sure.
Third time has succeeded, though, which I'm happy about.
Hell yeah. What's Tim's favorite world?
Where he lives inside of a bakery.
Yeah.
There was a world of all pastries.
He learned to make scones.
Yeah, whichever one I learned to make scones in.
Yeah, I mean, why not? The pastry reality.
He spent a year training with a pastry chef to make the best fucking scones ever.
The light of creation was what powered their ovens. And when you took it, it made their ovens go dark, and through a tear you flew away, but Tim had one scone, and when you passed through the reality barrier, it was gone. Tim
was
but he did learn how to make scones, and then he went on to make scones, and that was a good one because he got to make them. But he'll always miss that one scone. I'm going to say whoever her name was, Cassandra, I don't remember fully, may have been her name.
I ate more than one scone. Let's just be honest about that. That was like...
Yeah, but not that one. You know what I mean? You missed that one scone.
Yeah, I did. Yep.
It was like, what's your favorite flavors in the world for pastries?
That I spent like an hour eating.
Yep. Barry says his favorite is this one. He's in his lich form currently, but his favorite is this one because he single-handedly fought a dragon in his lich form. He just said it was just so cool. Like he felt like a kiddikin doing it. And everyone's around laughing, having a good time. Lucretia's beginning to clean up. She's washing some dishes and humming a song. And you're all stricken for a moment as all you hear is this ear-splitting static while she's humming. The crew starts to freak out. What's the thought process here?
Oh God.
Try to figure out what's causing the static. Can I make a mind roll to see if I can figure it out? I feel like that's
Yeah, why not?
a move.
Is it like TV static we're hearing?
Yeah.
How about a 10?
Okay.
How about wait, actually, that's an 11. How about an 11?
The static you haven't faced before, but you have a moment of clarity as Barry's looking at all of you kind of confused. He has no idea what you're talking about, and as anyone points it out, he's like, no, I just hear her humming. And you and Loop look at each other for a moment, and you say out loud, last time I felt this was the void fish, and Luke,
I thought you were gonna say last night.
Luke, that's funny. Luke points a finger up and says, "Oh yeah, the void fish," and it starts to static out as she's talking, and then your vision blurs, and the whole scene is left in static. Cycle 92. Oh yeah.
Did we just get drugged by the void fish? Damn you.
She's finding out about void fish stuff. We got to start. We're foreshadowing everything that was left off the table now.
My headset had an aneurysm, so if I missed something really funny, I'm sorry.
No. Just that the whole scene went staticky, and the void fish. We know the void fish ichor has been used.
This is the first time our memories got wiped.
Yeah. Cycle 92.
Okay.
You land on just a wildly magical planet. Every piece of building seems to be like some buildings are floating like apart and pieces and chunks out. They have figured out magic items. They have figured out how to build their society with the full usage of magic. It doesn't take too long to find the light of creation here either, because it falls deep on an uninhabited island, and it's really easy to pick up pretty easily. You folks decide to set down on the outlier of another island close by that Loop discovers an artificer's abbey here, basically, place where a lot of these high level tinkerers with magic items and whatnot come to learn how to do it even better. And she urges that we could maybe learn from them, and using the light of creation, we could figure out how to wield its power maybe against the hunger. And let's see. You meet up with the chief artificer of the abbey, Artificer Holdsworth, and she agrees to help your team, but if she's going to do it, she's not taking shortcuts. It's similar to most of the other years where, if she's going to teach you how to do this, she's going to teach you how to do it from the ground up, and she's going to teach your crew how to, make magic items from the ground up, how to artifice, how to build the perfect item, how to infuse it perfectly, all of it. and she gives you the supplies you need to do so, granting everyone +1 asset.
Yay!
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Yay!
And
another
then she's gonna
asset.
set you to work in the Abbey, and I'm gonna send a picture to the group. It's time to use your assets, boys.
Time to use my assets. Great. I have
Assets.
not many of those.
Don't
You
you only
don't?
have one?
I have
Two.
one.
I have two.
I have one.
You don't? Everyone just got one? Oh yeah, that was your only one for everyone?
I have two.
Yeah, you
Two
toxic
assets.
Yeah, no, I haven't been getting many assets. I only have one asset in total.
Okay, so this will be less boony up front. There's more to come, but this is the asset portion. I think most of your
Okay.
guys are just gonna get a bunch of levels with all that
How many
XP.
levels does everybody have?
I have 5 XP, so this is gonna be a lot.
9,
for
okay.
me.
5, 8, and 9. Yeah, everyone's leveling up quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so on this page I just sent to our little group chat, you get to make a thing. It is
hold on,
a
I-
free
Does
weapon
this thing then get to
armor-
carry with us to our next when we go back to
Yeah,
our
this
regular
is a
characters?
U item. This is a U item for the end of this. This is so the thing itself is free, like the weapon. If you wanted to do a weapon and a weapon effect, the weapon is free, so you can pick a dagger. That's the free bit. Then you can spend your asset on one of those effects, or you can spend
Oh,
an
okay.
More
asset.
than one asset?
I'm sorry.
Can I spend more than one asset?
Yes,
on
this
two
is where
effects?
you spend your assets. Spend all your assets
Got it.
here. If you've got more than one, spend both. You can make 2 items if you really wanted to, or you can make 1 item that's more, more. And in fact, because we're so low on assets, I'm going to give everyone an additional asset. I think 2 minimum.
Yay!
You
Yes,
can have
we get to
3
make 2.
toxic. Yeah.
Alrighty.
I'm
So
gonna have
my
3. I already know what I'm making. I'm already good.
I'm gonna be first making a vampire damage dagger.
Yeah, I'm also making probably a. I have it named actually. I'm a sorcerer, so I'm gonna make a quarterstaff.
Cool.
With 3 assets, right?
Yeah.
You get it's 1 asset per
No,
per
you can
effect
put
cost.
all. Oh yeah, 1 asset per effect. Yes. Once you spin
Yes,
the asset.
but I can put multiple on one. I
Correct.
can put multiple on one, right?
Correct.
Yeah, boy. So I am going to make.
You should become Thor.
Nope. I'm going to make a
it.
quarterstaff with vampiric damage. Miraculous health. And champion's might.
So I will say miraculous health is only for an armor effect.
Oh, is it? I'm sorry.
Champion.
Yeah, no,
no,
you
you're
have
right.
one left.
You're right. Okay. So
And champions. I'll allow it. That's fine with me. Champion's might is fine. The armor one though is for armor. Instrument you can also do because instruments like spellcasting, focus kind of idea.
okay. So then that's easy enough.
Like
That's
Mulligan's blessing is fucking OP.
I will do. So I'm gonna do quarterstaff with vampiric damage, champion's might, and Mulligan's blessing.
Mulligan's blessing for sure, dude.
Yeah, that's 100%. That's I need it.
Oh,
I will say
then,
your champion's might and vampiric damage is for physical hits with your thing, right? Just so you're aware.
Yeah, that's fine. I understand that.
Okay,
I have
cool.
to actually use the quarterstaff.
Yeah, not a spell from it, right?
Nope,
Yeah,
I get that
perfect,
part.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Yee, you said you had an idea already. What's up with your dagger?
So I was reading through. I was originally gonna do vampire dagger, and then I was gonna make the cat's grace. But instead, I'm also gonna add ethereal attachment to my vampiric dagger. so I can call it back to me whenever I want.
Oh, cool! Like your other dagger. Now you got 2 daggers. You
Yeah.
can do that too. That's cool as
Oh
fuck.
no, my other one's
like Thor's
gone.
hammer. Yeah.
No, that one got gone by the twins. I was running out of stuff to give them.
Oh, that's right. That's okay.
So what
This
do
will
we-
fill that hole.
What do I consider
that's
this?
what-
F +1 or +2?
No, it's not because
it-
it's not a +1, but it is. It's just a vampiric.
I'm just trying to figure out what I do
It's
for
gonna-
like the base damage.
It's
If that
gonna
makes
be
sense.
like your normal quarterstaff.
Yeah,
but
base
with those
damage is
effects
normal.
instead.
Yeah, okay, so it's a 1d6 +1. Because that's what my normal
Yeah.
quarterstaff is.
Yes.
But then it also has vampiric. And
On a 20, you gain temporary hit points for your damage. Yeah.
Vampiric. When you cast a spell using it as your focus, if you miss, you don't lose a slot. And when you try to strike with it, you land a critical hit on a 19 and a 20.
All right.
And then the vampiric can be a spell? No, it's a weapon attack
No,
roll. That's
yeah,
what-
weapon
it's-
attack roll, yeah.
Yep. It'll still be helpful if I don't have any spell slots left.
Yeah, no, that
100%. Yeah.
I'm.
What are you making, Buddha?
What I'm thinking. Gain advantage on a spell by spending 2 additional spell slots of the same type. Wait, what?
Yeah, that
No, I don't
one's
wanna
pretty.
spend additional.
That one does not seem nearly as strong as the others.
Oh, it doesn't. I was looking at that. It's like,
I would like to make I'm thinking maybe a pendant.
Okay.
And yeah, that has Physician's Delight.
Okay.
So all healing spells by the user heal for an additional 2d4.
Sick.
Because I am the healer of the group.
Sure.
of course.
That's a
You are
good
the
amount of
healer, 'cause
health.
I ain't healing
Yeah.
nobody.
Yeah. And then
I don't have that ability.
explain mystical knowledge. So once a day, the user may prepare one spell that they would normally not be able to learn on this item and perform it.
Yeah, that's just like, I think it's one spell you would have the ability to cast spell slot wise. So like you would have to have the ability to cast 3rd level spells. But if so, you could put Fireball onto this if you couldn't learn it, and then you could use the pendant to cast Fireball once a day. I think that also can change. Every day you can pick the spell. You have to be able to cast a spell of that level, but it can't be a spell that you would like. You can already learn Fireball, so you couldn't put Fireball on there. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
But like, yeah, you would be able to take a spell.
Being a necklace, like a pendant, could I put Holy Protection on it, or you want that only for armor? Advantage on saving throws against attack spells.
Buddha, you might like Champion's Might.
That was my fallback.
I think I want to. I want to limit this one only because I limited it for toxic, and I don't want it to.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Have that. I don't want to take that.
But that doesn't mean you can't make a helmet that can do that. You know.
Yeah. Screw it. I'm just gonna go on the same pendant. I'm gonna have Physician's Delight and Champion's Might.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me those crits on 19.
Crits on 19 is great. It's fantastic. Yeah, after everyone spins this, it probably takes about 8 months to craft these items to like learn the ability and then craft all these pretty high powerful items. But the Abbey is a buzz after you folks do, and over lunch one day, Loop comes to. I think she's just talking to the group, and she shrugs to herself and she says, "I'm pretty sure I made the strongest item out of, I don't know, all of us."
What did you make? It better not be a fucking umbrella.
Congrats.
You turn around and she's leaning up against a
She's Mary Poppins, y'all.
like column, right? And she's spinning on her finger a black umbrella.
God damn it. Put that away. Destroy it.
She says, no. Something like this has to be kept forever. What are you talking about? It gets stronger as we go. Let me show it to you. Let's fight. Fight me. Fight me.
Nope.
Come on, just a wizard's duel.
Nope, not doing it.
Not doing it.
I know how this ends.
Huh. Okay. Barry, what about you? Barry's like, okay, you're gonna beat me, but like, okay.
It's gonna eat Barry, isn't it? I just have
okay.
a bad feeling about this.
And she and not Barry. Yep, Barry, because that's his middle and first name. Angus is who she challenges. And the duel is over just so swiftly. Angus cannot stand up to evocation magic Loop with her own magic item that she got to make. It makes it so easy for her to cast, for her to flip around, and it looks like it has a little bit of feather fall put into it, like she's able to float a little bit there.
Wait a minute.
At the end,
she put mystical knowledge on hers, didn't she?
At the end, well, she's not pulling from the same list, because at the end, the big bit of hers is that, like, when she defeats Barry, when he says, "Oh, yep, yeah, Angus, yeah, you got me." You always do. You start to see the interaction between the umbrella trying to flip around and eat Angus's, I don't know, maybe he had a crystal ball he was trying to cast cool spells from. Whatever way, Angus is underwhelming. He never seemed to get the craft super well, but Loop seems to really have gotten the craft, and the Umber Staff unfolds and tries to consume Angus's sphere. She stops it from happening, but we've seen it for the first time. Loop was good at this. We
For
come
a sec, I thought you were going to say the umbrella is eating Angus.
No. I mean, there's probably like a comedic style scene where he's being dragged towards it and she like flips it in and out. You know what I mean? Though it does eat the lich. It did eat the liches at some point, right? Didn't it?
I don't think we gotten that far.
No.
I don't
You
think
guys beat
Oh,
the two liches in the Edward and. You guys beat the two liches. I think Toxic's staff may have eaten them too.
I think
It ate them. I was unmuted. It ate them. Yep, because I got effects from it.
Oh, and also that's why Edward like killed Yi, is because Toxic's umbrella like ate Lydia, and he got really mad and fucking torched Yi.
I'm pretty sure that's why it happened, but
Yeah.
they were dicks. So
They were for sure.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I do what I needed to do.
At
They
the
were absolute dicks.
At the end of this cycle, we're all coming together for a planning meeting. We've been doing this for 90 or so years now, and it is getting tiring. Angus shows you he's gotten really good at like illusion magic and like conjuration to be able to like create images of what he's talking about to give you the actual scene that he's, you know, trying to mention. That's basically where his magics have gone. He says this is the planar system, and you're seeing, you know, on like a green hologram style, you know, magic conjuration, the spheres floating around one another. So this is what they look like each time we come to a new world. Each cycle, within a day or two of us landing, the light of creation emerges and follows us to this plane, and you can see it on the screen, like the light of creation blip into existence and fall towards one of those places. It's about 48 hours later, the Hunger Scouts find us. They relay our location to the Hunger, and then a year later, it arrives. Wash, rinse, repeat. You can see like a little big X right above the map that he's created, like come down in on the image, and it kind of like cartoon explodes, and he makes another one and uses it to continue showing off his points. I don't know why the light of creation follows us into these new worlds. There's so much we don't know, but I do know what we do know, how the Hunger keeps finding us. That crave force, the desire to be desired that we've all felt in it over this time. It's a signal, a beacon that reaches far beyond us and out into the rest of reality. We've felt it. That's, you know, that's how we've been able to find it each time. And when we haven't, it's close by. We're so close, you know. The Hunger Scouts, they've attuned to it like a radio signal. They're able to follow it like a path, unless we interrupt it. I've been thinking, what if we were able to reduce the signal's strength? If we could get it even 15, 20% or so, it won't be enough to escape the boundaries of this plane, this reality. The Hunger won't know where to find us. We can hide. We can wait it out, maybe starve it out. Loop chimes in, and she says, well, if any, now is the time to strike. I mean, any is the time to strike. We can't keep letting these places get consumed, but we've just learned how to do that. She flips through like a bunch of her notes, and she says we could break it up and hide its force within, you know, objects. Maybe they're strong, maybe they're powerful, sure, but if that reduces its strength, maybe the Hunger won't be able to find it anymore. Yeah. Do you guys have any thoughts about what's been said so far?
Ow. None so far, but what happens if we give the light of creation to the octopus friend? He seems to like shiny stuff.
Lucretia chimes in. She says, I've been working with the void fish over the past, I don't know, 10 cycles or so. A couple cycles ago, we had an issue where we couldn't quite understand what each others were saying. That might have been due to my work. I think it has the power to mute or morph or challenge information in such a way that we can't quite grasp it anymore when we I'm still getting to the bottom of it, but maybe there's something there. I myself would put forward that I think we could separate this reality. I've used the light of creation, empower the spell I've been working on, the protective shield. If we could juice it with the light of creation, I bet we could sever ourselves off from the rest of the planes out there.
That seems interesting. Anybody else have any ideas?
Not really.
No, I mean, I think our best bet is to try to sever the rest of the world from the hunger itself so that it can't keep chasing us.
Loop shakes her head. She's, no, we can't separate ourselves from the planes of magic, and we've seen 100 years of things out there, and you want to separate us from everything?
I want to save
You-
all of these realities.
We're just saving our own hides with that. The hunger. Yes, it's hard. If it's only hunting this, if we're separated, maybe. I just, if it can't find us at all, and all it can do is look, then, in the infinite expanse, it could never find us. If we were to split up the light of creation, it would never be able to hone in on the signal.
Then what do we do if we don't want to separate us?
I don't know.
The sort of plans put forth at the moment involve, there's sort of, I guess, I'll think morefold, but the first one would be to separate with a bubble. Lucretia's been working on this defensive spell. The second, Loop says if we split it up into 6 or 7, more powerful, they're powerful objects, sure, but they wouldn't be able to broadcast its signal anymore without, that power.
How do you plan to break it apart? Is my question then.
She says, we this last cycle, if we use these the knowledge of these artificers, I'm sure that we can break it down. Like, it's just artificing in the end.
Interesting. I for one say we sacrifice it.
Sacrifice it. Oh, to your god?
No, I never said to a god. I'm just saying sacrifice it.
Well, I don't know that this much energy can be destroyed, Loop says.
If it can't, we'll figure that out soon.
Okay. So we got 2 plans pitched. Neither really need to be decided on, but the 2 plans pitched are, yes. Let's see. Lucretia's bubble can protect the prime material plane in this next reality. We need to find the light of creation really early on in the next cycle in order to do either of these. But Lucretia, plan A, Lucretia creates a bubble around the prime material plane. The hunger can't get in, and the idea is, it eventually, hopefully, it needs it as food and starves out or dissipates or whatever. But as Luke puts it, that leaves like everything else around the prime material plane to still be consumed. That's the plane of magic. There's like, I don't know, the plane of gods, the hells, like everything else, it still leaves to consume. But we're protected, and we can actually protect a place, we think, and we can eventually starve it out. Starving it out is the other option as well, plan B that Loop is putting forward. But in hers, we split up the light of hunger into 7, objects to hide its immense power. The negative here is, there's just basically these 2 ladies rebuting each other. The negative here is that, we were releasing these powerful objects into the world, and they have to be craved still. They're just, the force is lessened, so it's not escaping the reality, but someone's going to crave to use these.
I vote we split it up.
I think Davenport agrees with you in voting to split it up, and Angus actually votes against Loop and votes to bubble the barrier with Lucretia.
I actually probably think we should split it up too.
I'm going with the team.
Split it up. I think the conversations are long. They're fraught with like decision making. But ultimately, it sounds like Loop's plan has kind of won out. She assures, with her knowledge gained over the last cycle, that she can break it up. We just need to get it early. And it's not but the next few cycles in which you are able to snatch it early within the first month of it falling. You are able to get it in that time. The next few cycles, we're able to create a housing for it. Each time you got it maybe too late, it gave you enough time to study it to figure out how to house it. But eventually we catch it cycle, we'll say like 98, 97, we spend the next, well, I guess we've already created the housings. We create the Phoenix Fire Gauntlet. Loop creates a gauntlet. We create the Oculus by Davenport. We have the Gaia Sash.
Oh my goodness.
Crafted.
You're joking.
By Korik. The Philosopher's Stone by Tim. The Animus Bell by Angus. The Temporal Chalice was such easy work for Yi to craft with Loop's guidance. And finally, Lucretia crafts her beautiful white oaken staff.
Oh my goodness.
Don't create anything?
Hmm?
I didn't create anything?
No, you did.
Yeah,
you created the Gaia
you did
Sash.
The sash.
Oh, okay.
The sash that I used to kill
You're the
you.
nature sash.
And honestly,
Fucker.
I didn't think about the combination of that, but that's also where you unlocked yourself. That's where you got your class. That's so cool. Oh my god.
Wait, doesn't that mean that the sash was rebelling against his owner and was just pissed off Buddha forgot about it?
It's creator, but yeah, kinda. Kinda. The very next cycle. Cycle 99. We finished these items at the end of the last year and finally have captured the light. I guess, this is when we capture the light, cycle 99. Using Loop's powerful magics, you split it up and house it within these artifacts. It dawns on you that this world, these islands that you've flown over for a few weeks trying to get the light, the mountains, the expansive landscapes, the beautiful sunsets and sunrises, this is probably going to be your new home. You're thankful that it's pretty similar to the one that you've come from. It has advanced technologies being developed. There's floating labs. There's rumors that the sciences have begun work in the plains. The creation of the grand relics is pretty quick and easy. Once you complete them, you set out to put them around the world. Yi wanders off to a small desert town named Refuge to hide the temporal chalice. We see scenes of Tim wandering about with the Philosopher's Stone, getting lost out in the Felicity Wilds, using it to change things into one another, creating himself food and water, not overusing it because we want to get them disseminated before they get obtained, right? Eventually, he probably just loses it in the swamp in the monk, and it isn't a number of years before someone
God, Tim, you had to be clumsy this one time
Sure.
out all the time.
Sure. Following the crave ability, pick it up. Corix is lost, deep in the wilderness woodlands, and it isn't like a wild folk, right? That finds it the first time. The wild sash gives them complete control of nature around them. Though these things don't escalate that quickly. It takes some time, about 8, 9, 10 months before these stories are finally being disseminated about these powerful artifacts, these relics of great power that somehow no one knew about before. The conflicts referred to as the Relic Wars truly ignite over these items, and the devastation, mercenaries and kingdoms, people falling and dying for these objects. You see them personally as you fly by on your ship. You hear about them in the stories passed on as you move about the lands below. The relics are being hidden, discovered, fought over, and hidden again over and over and over again. Though the hunger never comes. We don't see signs of its scouts. We see, again, signs of these wars and of whatnot, but it isn't so world-ending. Whenever the gauntlet appears, mass destruction soon follows, leaving these giant glass circular scars on the landscape. The Oculus creating, fortunes and ruining currencies, deadly storms wiping islands off the maps by the Gaia Sash, a child using the stone to turn an entire town into peppermint. All these little, I say little because in the grand scheme of, again, the cosmos, this is only the minorest amount of chaos. And you all know that. It doesn't mean it doesn't start to weigh on your shoulders, though, over the course of this, we'll say the following year. After exactly a year, the crew does meet back up for a small celebration, but it's pretty somber because it's a dark, pretty destructive place out there. I think that, you can live your life as normal in the city, but there is a lot of cataclysm kind of happening out there. How does this settle with all of you at the moment? How does this sit?
I get we're happy we've yet to see the hunger, but even though we got a small bit, do you think who we have now is going to be enough to stop it when they do come? It's a bittersweet feeling.
Loop says, yeah, it's hard to hold on to those good memories when it's rough out there. I mean, people are people. They'll always be fighting over it, but I mean, it's been a year. We've not seen signs of the hunger. I'm more worried that we're the problem here, What we've brought is the issue.
So you're thinking that us causing it is bringing these artifacts is the cause of their own world's destruction?
I mean, I just, it's nothing so bad as what the hunger has brought on. I don't like having played a part, in what is occurring. I think, Tim, over the past few months, this has been setting in harder and harder with Loop. While you two are like off alone, you're maybe living in your own place. Like, she wakes up in frequent cold sweats or whatnot to, she's struggling with the
being trapped in an umbrella.
She's not an umbrella.
She's not yet.
Yet.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know.
The weapon she created is going to consume her. Literally.
You can see she's questioning on if your team has made the correct choice, and it's in the end, if not, it's her fault. She feels.
That's the tricky thing about choice. We can never know if we make the right one. We have to see how things play out.
Do we know if we'll even live long enough to see what happens in the end?
We never do, she says.
Well, if we become like the others did, there's a chance. They're probably protecting. Gonna live a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. She seems distraught, kind of downtrodden. Somber, this year's celebration. There's a lot of quote that's coming up. Not a lot of what I've been saying is like quote, but there's a lot of quote coming up because I really like the delivery of what is coming. When someone leaves your life, those exits are not made equal. Some are beautiful and poetic and satisfying. Others are abrupt and unfair. But most are just unremarkable, unintentional, and clumsy. The following morning, Loop is nowhere to be found. A note on the bedside table only reads 2 words: back soon. We see Lucretia in her private quarters working by candlelight in the soft glow from the Voidfish's tank. She has one of her journals open in front of her with a large well of uncorked black ink on her desk. She reaches for a quill, then stops. Instead, she takes up a small brush. She's had to do remarkable things to survive on this journey, but this is the hardest. In order for this plan to work, she would have to go over every word of the record of your mission, relive every moment of terror, pain, joy, and loss, and then choose what to keep and what to erase. She spends entire weeks in her quarters. You don't see her much during this time as she shapes your memories, your lives, with a long and agonizing redaction. It's early afternoon on a day that is 2 years into your stay here. This is where you were when it happened.
I don't know.
Where what happened?
One day, you're moving about your lives. Where are you? You're 2 years in. It's seeming like the hunger is never going to come. Now we're 2 years. We haven't lived a year anywhere, and now we're 2 years in. Where do you find yourself, we'll say, on the 2nd year anniversary of being here?
I'm I feel like we're not together anymore. We're I guess I'm just studying. Trying to learn as much and just kind of, I don't want to use the term meditate, but like self-reflection, and just trying to study as much as I can, to better myself for when the hunger comes, and reflecting on how we failed in the past,
and
seeing if there's something that I can learn to help this world that we've now been on for 2 years and kind of growing to enjoy.
And as you reflect on the hunger and what what you can do to fight it, etc., that starts to become very hard to grasp in your brain. But your time here, that seems to come to the forefront. And all of a sudden, every time you think about any memory from before now, you get this sick, sharp sense of static in your brain.
This is where our memory gets wiped. Fuck.
Tim, where you at?
Yep.
I mean, I guess I would be. I don't know that I'd be helping. This is hard because I don't know what to do without metagaming. Knowing what I know.
Well, what would
gonna
Tim do
happen.
normally at this time?
Yeah, I mean, this is the like. I don't know. You've been living 2 years in this place with these people.
What I
But
would
every
do if I
time
was
see
Tim.
every time I see the umbrella, I have this like chilling foreshadowing.
Umbrella's been gone for about a year, man. Loop's been gone.
But yeah, I know, but it's still there.
You're a mountain dwarf, dude. You go and fucking isolate yourself in a fucking mountain.
No, I'm a hill dwarf. First off, I'm not a mountain dwarf.
Okay, then you go and same concept.
There are no mountain dwarfs. There's hill dwarves and other dwarves, and I'm a hill dwarf.
Sorry, yeah, you're short, so a mountain's a lot taller. Yeah.
That's racist. That's my way of being like, Cork, that's racist. That is not my race.
That was Buddha talking, not Korik. So you're not
I mean, I
racist,
guess-
okay?
Realistically, I would probably be spending the time away like studying magic because I don't know.
Are you perfecting your magic tricks?
Would it maybe be fair to assume that I would have an inkling that we may end up somewhere where magic is not going to be prevalent? So I would like start working on how to make it.
Oh yeah,
look
that's what
like
it is.
my
Yeah, this year
Destruction magic is not.
the 2 years in
Um,
this place, like this place is the place where magic, like where you have found yourself studying, is a place of low magic, and you're like studying how to pass as a high level wizard in these areas, or a high level sorcerer in these areas, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking that would be based
Yeah.
off of canon how I would spend my time.
And that's tough. I mean, it's tough, but rewarding and challenging to pretend to have less power than you do, to get by without utilizing all of the ability and powers you've gained over this time. But on this day, you're looking out and you realize that you can't remember really where you were before this. Anytime you really try to think back before anything that's happened in this town, your brain goes staticky, and you are unable to grasp at those straws. You feel a piece of you missing, but you can't feel what that is or how it fits back in or what, and you are lost in this little bit of haze here in this outlying village as you start to, I think you wander about doing magic shows, right? Like you're like flipping a card in your hand as you like kind of come to in this new memoryless state. Yee.
What Yee's doing is he'd most likely be out. He doesn't really see a point of worrying to the future. He's in a now and present kind of situation. Yeah, darkness may come, something may happen, but hey, whatever. There's money to be stolen, and he's out remembering all the times of how he robbed other banks and trying to figure out how to get a new hit on a bank he found.
In this bank, it's tough because you have always relied on all these skills, but all of a sudden you stop remembering how to pick this lock on the bank vault door. You've never really done anything like this. Not anything of this magnitude. Nothing really like this bank in this city, and it isn't, you are very quickly apprehended and thrown into a jail, and you can't really remember why you thought that you were able to break into a bank way too guarded for a humble thief like yourself who could end up in jail. You're soon let out and given the a ward, you're given the oversight of someone named Korik that you have to go report to, but I don't know why you would have chosen to rob a bank. You feel like you were getting cocky in that moment. We see another scene with Barry, who he's a lot more frantic as we're watching this scene, and from the out, he's like setting up a little like cave study place, and you can see as he shakes his head and he looks around and he shakes his head again and quickly grabs a dagger and kills himself and falls to the floor in this cave alone. And we see his lich form sit up and he looks frantic. Unlike the rest of you who have felt at peace when this occurs, he feels frantic. As I've said, not all exits are equal. Lucretia didn't intend to spend as much time as she did away from you, saving the world, she thought, but she couldn't live with the cost of what the crew had done to the world below. She couldn't sit idly by as the world killed itself, pursuing the weapons your team created. But she couldn't go against the will of her friends to fix it, so that will had to be altered. Moreover, she couldn't handle your sorrow, your pain, your guilt, how it made you miserable, callous, and shut off from the world. That anguish, though, could be altered as well. Before her work could begin, she had to make sure her friends, her family, were safe and happy. We get the little senses of, like, there's like a flyer that she pushes under the door to the tavern that Tim's staying in that gets him moving towards Korik and Yi. We see a very well-dressed barrister come in, and we see it's her, but they don't know it's not her. And she hands a missive that gets Yi out of jail and under the ward, care of Korik. She thinks that these are the things that, like, you guys being together again, if she can just help that happen, maybe you could, I think I'm getting a little ahead of, maybe not. Fuck it. It'll all line up. It doesn't matter.
Fuck it.
She pulls strings and she moves things to make sure that her friends are, not alone in the world out there, so they could live peacefully with their family and hopefully find each other again. With Angus was gone. She didn't know where to. It was a source of constant distress for her. Was he out in the world somewhere? Was his memory purged? Was he lost? She didn't know. The alternative was difficult also. She had realized that after finding the void fish, that imbibing its ichor made you immune to its power. It was a discovery she made accidentally when she was dosed by its family. I don't think she was ever dosed by its family. When she was studying that one cycle we knew about. But if Barry could become a lich, could he remember too? That much she knew. She would have to take measure to keep him at arm's length just in case, and Loop was just gone. In her limited spare time, she looked everywhere, but Loop was nowhere to be found. And if she was truly lost, it was another reason to forget. She could hardly bear Loop's absence. How hard would it be for her? If she could hardly bear Loop's absence, how hard would it be for Tim and for Angus to discover of it? Or to live with it, like Angus may be. What happened to Davenport, that was the most challenging side effect of all of this. She was very careful in the redaction. She made sure just to leave in the parts of her journal pertaining to the mission, but Davenport's life was the mission. His memory was so severely edited that it left him a shell of who he once was. Most days, he can only say his own name. She would keep him close and ensure his safety herself. All of you found happiness in the lives that she made for you. But in enacting this plan, Lucretia found very little happiness herself. She recovered her relic easily enough. In pursuing the second, her journey nearly met its end in Wonderland. She was trapped, and if not for the selflessness of her companion, a sorcerer she hired to explore that place with her, she would have died there. It was too close. She needed help. She recruited the scientists you discovered upon arriving in this world, the Millers, who helped her form the Bureau of Balance. They built her a headquarters in the sky, and in exchange, she inoculated them, taught them what she knew of the planes, and advanced their research in binding souls into robotic forms with the help of a crystal she recovered in the robot kingdom you discovered so long ago. Woo! So good. You guys did get that crystal. So cool. The Bureau thrived. She installed a series of checks and balances among its members, hoping it would counteract the temptation built into those relics. But it wasn't enough. Without fail, her reclaimers were lost to the thrall of the grand relics one by one. Lucretia was tormented by these failures, by how long this was taking, by how distant she felt from her friends. Few people who have lived have ever experienced such loneliness, such hopelessness. It was the Voidfish who provided a way out. A child, a second Voidfish, one that offered a redundancy that could once and for all help her gather the relics and cast her barrier around the world. The only people who could recover the relics without succumbing to them were the people who made them in the first place. You could drink from the first Voidfish and learn of the relics, learn just enough to find them, but not enough to know you made them. She could finally bring you in. She could finally bring you home. While you were away on mission, she worried. When you came home, she rejoiced. She tried her hardest not to show it, not to give herself away. With each meal, each candle night's gift exchange, the nights spent walking around the Bureau's campus, each trip to the spa, each moment she spent with each of you, she fought back a smile that you came to treasure during your 100-year journey, a radiant smile full of joy and relief. Her friends were here again in her hour of greatest need. But right now, that smile is gone. Now, the hunger is here. You've escaped it 100 times, but no more. This is it. And that is where we'll call it for tonight as we prep to get back into D&D. Let's go spend some stuff. Let's go and fight the hunger. Let's go.
All right. Do we get to level up? Get to use our XP today?
Well, of course. Here's how this is going to
Yes!
go. We can talk about this now, too. I wanted to make sure I ended it because I know that I think Nick said...
I do have something at 10, yeah.
Okay.
Which it's 10:11 here. I'm just going to let my other group know.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we can stay and hang out. We can also talk about other people's level ups later. Like, if you want to go to your thing, I can tell you how to...
No, nobody's... It seems like everybody's still on hold, so I have some time. I'm waiting to hear from them anyway.
So, XP can be spent...
I stay up late. I'm okay.
...in the following ways. It's going to cost 2 XP per level up. Some of you get to level up a bunch.
4 times?
Yeah.
Nice.
4 times. Some of you, so 2
Nice.
XP per level up. If there's odd numbers, or if
2
you want to
times.
spend it elsewise, PCs may improve their ability score, so you buy 1 for every 1 XP spent as well, but you can't pull them over 20 with this. So if you have an extra, you can spend it. You can spend a few, or you can gain a feat at the cost of 2 XP as well. Any
What
feat.
about bonds? We didn't go into those.
We haven't gone into bonds yet, no.
Okay. So I can get 2 levels. Do I still get to choose spells like I do at that level, or how does...
Yeah, no,
that
just pretend
work?
you're well, yes.
It's a straight up level up.
Yes.
So then I would be level 15, and I could choose whatever spells I get for level.
Yeah. Just pretend you're level 15 like you are. What level does that make you, Korik? Does that make you 19?
17.
17. My God.
Yeah, because we're currently level 13.
I didn't know we were level 13, but that's what that is. That's what that is. That actually tracks a lot harder. I was reading up on I saw the monster sheet for the next part of this, and I was reading up on the final boss fight, and I was like, I don't think that that's very fair. But now that I know you're level like 15 to 17, I think it is fair.
Gonna get a 9th level spell.
Wish.
Right. Oh,
Um,
I should get a 7th level spell, an 8th. Oh, and I get a Sorcerer's Origin at level. I'm a Draconic Sorcerer. I can fly now.
oh hell
That's
yeah,
good.
dude.
At 14th level, you gain the ability to sprout a pair of dragon wings from your back, gaining a flying speed equal to your current speed. You can create these wings as a bonus action on any turn. They last until you dismiss them as a bonus action on your turn. You cannot manifest the wings while wearing armor unless the armor is made to accommodate them. And clothing not made to accommodate your wings might be destroyed when you manifest them. But we're in this weird alternate reality where I don't have normal armor. So
No, we're in reality again.
Oh, we are? Okay.
That was the end.
I've got to go get some armor that can accommodate wing. That'll be my next.
Go get.
What do warlocks use for spellcasting?
God, this is fucking
Charisma.
great.
Charisma, thank you.
Warlocks are charisma casters, just like sorcerers. Wizards are, I think, intelligence.
Okay, just needed to check.
All right, so I get 7th level spell in
it. Oh, this is fun. Toxic, what languages do you speak?
Common, Dwarven, Draconic, Goblin, and Abyssal.
What the fuck's Abyssal?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Well, no. So by being level 16, I get to pick a language.
Abyssal is like I could talk to fucking fire golems or imps or I don't know, and help me out. It's like other plane beings, I think. I don't know what they consider abyssal language.
So kind of like, all right, so I get the aspect of the wood at level 14. My connection to the forest has reached its apex. I now get to expend 2 charges of wild shape, drawing upon that connection to become the living embodiment of the thornwood. And with that, I gain more hit points. I'm fully immune to poison and now resistant to fire.
Cool.
I also get pod shots, so I can shoot fucking seed pods out of my arm.
I love that.
And I get to choose a language. And I just didn't know, like, you know more about D&D than me. Is there a language that would make sense?
I always choose the 5 most common. Those are like, they seem to be the.
Yeah, I mean, this is a moment where like any language, because you've gone through 100 years, like, you know what I mean? Like that could be.
Yeah.
Guys, I have a plus 14 to my stealth.
Celestial plus 14 to stealth. Even John can't find you. Bonds.
I have a plus 13 to.
No. I'm gonna go dwarvish from spending that much time with Tim.
Oh yeah, that's great.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Bonds are going to be used as a will be used, but later. I don't want to say how. They're not used. They're not used in this way. Like you're not getting an item for it. It will be a Well, actually, maybe I should tell you now so you can consider how you'll be using them when you use them. You'll be able to use bonds against the like last boss fight. How many bonds does everyone have?
Bonds, I
6.
have. Hold on.
3. I have 3 right now.
2, 3. I have 5.
Okay. So what the bond?
What did you say we could do with 1 experience?
You only have 3 bonds, Toxic? What you could? Oh, 1 experience. You can raise an ability score by 1.
Okay, cool.
I took experience over bonds.
That's right.
I didn't
That's
know what it
right.
was
You
for,
did.
so I took XP. A lot of
You
XP.
did. No. That's right. Yeah. So what we'll do with a bond is you'll roll a dice, and if you roll less than your number, so your number or less, that dice is going to be a d6. So it's easy for Korik to throw the first one, and then it gets harder because you minus 1. But what they are for is for. Have you guys ever seen or played the game like Golden Sun?
It sounds familiar.
It's kind of a Final Fantasy like game. You get to like summon in these very powerful creatures to attack to burn shit down. It's like a summon bond. You're gonna have a place that you can summon allies to do cool attacks. So really, anyone you've met across this campaign, any big any big friends you've made, I'm even willing to let it be a little like improv-y, right? Like there was definitely a dragon or two we came across in those 100 years. Maybe you could have befriended one. You just have to tell me the story, like, oh, I'm going to ask you to tell me about that dragon, but then you can spin the bond to summon the dragon to attack, and they'll all do like cool, big, powerful things. That one is an improv-based ability, because you'll have to tell me, and we'll have to talk about it. But
Okay.
you spend it to summon a big ally for an attack in the fight, and then the ally dissipates, or maybe it'll stay around. Maybe the right ally stays around and like helps fight. Yeah.
So, what are we doing with those bonds then? Are we holding on to them for now?
Yeah. You just keep them on
Okay.
your like normal character sheet. When we get into the last boss fight, you'll get to use them as an action on your turn. You can summon a big ally. You just have to improv with me what that ally is.
Oh, done. I already know.
Yeah, there you go. Well, yours we'll talk about. I know yours.
No, it's not that.
Oh, okay. I was like, I know yours already too.
I have 5 bonds, by the way, so I can summon a couple.
Great.
Sorry, I was leveling my character up. Can you talk about that again?
Bonds will just be spent in the final battle to summon an ally. You can pick an ally like Kravitz, the god of death or whomever, to summon forward and have him, do a cool attack. It's like a summon attack, right? Or you could do you can improv a year from your adventure and say like, well, on cycle 44, I met a really big rock monster who, made me, we made tea together, and that's the ally I want to summon. He's going to come out and he's going to do something crazy and attack because now he's your ally in the fight. And
okay,
maybe they'll disappear after their attack. Maybe they won't. I'm not 100% sure on that yet, but
I summoned the darkness.
exactly. The idea is that it's just a big summon attack that you can spend a bond on, and gets harder to do as you go, but your first one, I'll say, Korik, is 100%.
How many bonds do you have, Korik?
6.
6.
Damn. Okay, so
I don't necessarily see Korik using all 6 because he's also got some fun spells, so he'll probably want to be like wielding around, but the options are there as another, ability for you guys in that very final battle. When we come back, when we come back into this, your crew minus Loop, minus Bear, minus, I think Angus is with you now. So
Yeah, no,
I think it
didn't
is
he-
just minus loop.
He went into a new body, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh no, I don't think he did. I don't think he needed to. He's staying in his
Oh.
lich form.
Never mind. It looks like we're rescheduling, and I just never got told.
Oh, boo. I will need to prep for this next phase, so I definitely can't do it tonight, but I'm really glad we got out of
Yeah, no.
memory time and we can get back into D&D slanging and banging. But we will return.
Right. Oh,
The hunger's at our doors, and we're going to gather, our allies that are here on the plane to help us with this fight. And we shall.
I'm trying to think. Oh yeah. I know you got a plan for the next coming session, but we do need to get together sometime out of this session and talk about a couple things now because of the past has changed some stuff up.
Yeah.
Or added
Before
stuff,
our
I
next
should say,
session,
not
you and
changed.
I will have a chat, and we can, I can answer whatever questions. We can try to iron them out.
I just can't believe 2 crits, perfect timings.
Oh, I
I'm looking at
know.
level up spells.
Huh?
Oh, good.
What'd you say?
He's looking at level up spells.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm listening. I'm just looking at spell cards.
Oh, no. I'm, just kind of reading.
I'm just trying to figure out around RBS now.
No, yeah, I mean, we gotta line everything up now. And I gotta, there's, gotta create an attack against the hunger.
Yeah, but that was a fun session. Definitely as chaotic as always.
Yeah, unfortunately the last one was quite a bit more just like narrative. I tried to give as many points as I could for everyone to get a hand on the ball. But we were like wrapping up our story,
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I got my 2 spells.
Hell yeah.
What spells did you grab?
Finger of Death.
Oh.
And Dalzim's Horrid Wilting.
What's that one?
You draw moisture from every creature in a 30-foot cube centered
That's
on a
what
point
caused
within
your
range.
arm.
Each creature in that area must make a Constitution saving throw. Constructs and undead are not affected, and plants and water elementals make the saving throws as a disadvantage. A creature takes 12d8 necrotic damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. Non-magical plants in the area that aren't creatures, such as trees and shrubs, wither and die instantly.
I think that's the thing that fucked up your arm in the first place on the Halloween episode.
It is.
Finger of Death is a Constitution saving throw, and it's 7d8 plus 30 necrotic damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
Oh wait, what is everybody's health looking at now? I'm just
105 hit points.
95, but I have not done my hit points for this level yet. I have a lot of.
So Boone and I are at the same amount of health.
How much?
Yeah, I gotta do that. I'm gonna take the con. I'm gonna take the
105.
5 plus con for each level. Plus, I get an extra hit point for being a hill dwarf. So I gotta figure that out. Sure.
That's good. You guys will need it. I'm gonna kill you.
Not that easy.
It's gonna be me versus you guys on the final stage. We'll have a few more
we're doing
scenes
Pokemon,
to get.
right?
Huh?
Then we're doing Pokemon, right?
I think that would be a
Yeah,
blast.
better be ready to start doing Pokemon.
That'll be a blast.
Oh,
Looking forward to that one.
that would be fun. I mean, so are we sticking with that? I know you're still working on it, but are we sticking with the originals, or what's going on with those? I guess
What do you mean?
like the original 151 Pokemon. What are we
You
doing?
lost after
Oh.
151. Just saying, by the way. So
No,
if you bring out somebody from
yeah,
fucking
I know the most about 151. I think it's best to just like stick it. There might be a few around there that I bring in, but I think it'll
Okay.
be probably 151.
Is the con rule 4 plus your con for every level, or is it 5? It's 5, isn't it? If I do it that
It'll
way.
what's your
health?
what's your hit dice?
My hit dice is a d6.
Then it would be 4 for you.
So then it's 4 plus con modifier plus my hill dwarf
Yes.
level. Okay,
Yes. So
got it.
yeah.
So then I would get 8 hit points per level. So I get 95 plus.
16. Over 110, 111.
111 is correct.
Highest health on the team as the sorcerer. That'll be fun.
makes no fucking sense.
Listen,
He's a hill dwarf.
Yeah, I'm a hill dwarf.
That's all he
Mountain
does.
dwarf.
No, I'm not a mountain dwarf. That's not a thing. Stop being racist.
Mountain
I'm a hill
dwarf.
We live in the hills.
I just know he has a breath attack. Nobody knows he has, not even him.
I'm not Gimli, okay? As much as you want me to be Gimli, I'm not Gimli. That's not the
More
type of
charisma.
dwarf I am.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get out of here and start prepping this very last phase. It might be 1 or 2 sessions, but
Alrighty.
we're super close to ending this campaign. And then
I definitely want to say thank you for DMing for us. This has been wicked fun.
yeah, I'm glad we were able to come back and continue. Like 2 5-month apart sessions, and we still are able to just pick it back up is great.
For next time, I'm busy the 18th, and then the 25th will be Thanksgiving week, so my in-laws are in.
Sure, and it's
No,
25th.
that's
But
fine.
I'm out of town next week, so
I should be able to pick it back up like the 1st or 2nd week of December.
December
Just while
2.
we're figuring out everybody's schedules.
yeah.
Should be able to. I will be available.
December's going to
I
be
will-
pretty crazy for the industry.
Yeah, I'll have
I will
to
say,
play that by ear for December on a day-to-day basis.
For sure.
so
All right, all right.
December's when I'm restarting up my internship down in Florida, and that's the day we have orientation. So my exhaustion level may not be there for the second.
Sure. I mean, we'll keep talking. Hopefully it won't be. I mean, it won't be 5 months, but
December.
it sounds like we're in
Alright.
it, so we'll keep talking.
I'm torn between Storm of Vengeance and True Resurrection for my 9th level spell.
So what does the storm one do?
Churning Storm Cloud. This is a long one.
Big.
Churning Storm Cloud forms the duration centered around a point,
Oh,
spreading to a
shit.
radius of 300 feet. Each creature under the cloud, it appears, must succeed on a con saving throw or take 2d6 thunder damage and have deafened condition for duration. At the start of your later turns, the storm produces a different effect as
Turns
detailed
2,
below.
it's acidic rain. Turn
Acidic
3,
rain.
6 bolts of lightning. Turn 4,
4 is
hailstones.
hailstorms. 5 through 10, gust of freezing rain, assail under the cloud. Each creature takes 1d6 cold damage until the spell ends. The area is difficult terrain, heavily obscured. Ranged attacks and weapons are impossible there, and strong wind blows through the area.
I would say go for True Resurrection because we're going into a boss battle, and it might be helpful to have somebody be able to res us if we go down.
I touch a creature that has been dead for longer than 200 years, but it takes 1 hour of casting time. So how does that work?
I mean, well, if I don't know if that's something we're desperate in doing, it's something that we'll have to like.
We can always retcon time if need be.
You just can't do it in the middle of a fight, right?
Yeah, right. That is the big bugaboo here. You can't do it in the middle of a fight, but that doesn't mean that you couldn't, if you escape a fight, heal up, come back, there's something there, you know. I think either one is cool at a minimum. I will say the negative here is that it's an hour. The negative on the other one, Storm of Vengeance, is that it's a concentration check, which, you know, in a boss fight, maybe
And
that's the
it'll
negative.
attack us too.
Fact. I think both are really cool. You just have to figure out which.
But at the
No,
same
we're-
time, I could also just cast Moonbeam in the 9th level for 9d10 of radiant damage.
And you have more control over Moonbeam, too.
Waha.
Mass heal.
Or Blight for 13d8.
Blight. Oh, Imprisonment is another 9 level.
Not available to me, according to... I only have 4. Foresight, Shape Change, Storm of Vengeance, and True Resurrection.
For a druid?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it says on a...
Just because it
For-
says it on D&D Beyond doesn't mean it's not in the player's handbook.
True, but then I have to buy the spell and buy the whole book since D&D Beyond changed their shit,
Yeah,
and I don't like
D&D
using a paper
sadly
sheet.
changed.
Or you could buy the spell
I'm not
cards
doing a
on
paper
Amazon.
sheet. I'm
You
not
buy
doing
the
a
spell
paper
cards
sheet.
on Amazon. Just this
But if I buy the spell card,
I will
You see
say
that?
But then it
that
still doesn't-
on
I like my digital sheet. Everything
On-
being digital.
even on this website, I'm only getting 4 spells for the druid, 2 on level 9. There's not a ton of level 9 spells.
Yeah.
Spirit. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Man. That's a hard
It's
one.
gonna do plane shift and just take us from plane to plane.
Be fair, the planes are being eaten by the darkness.
Fact. Mm,
There are not many 9th level spells for you. There are
nope.
between the PHB and Xanathar's Guide to Everything, which is pretty all encompassing for spells. The only 2 extra ones you could get with Xanathar's are Mass Polymorph, which is actually kind of cool spell. Or you can get a spell called Psychic Scream. I'm not sure what that one is, though. I'd have to find the spell card. But those are your options. The 4 that you saw: Foresight, Shape Change, Storm of Vengeance, True Resurrection, or you get Mass Polymorph or Psychic Scream. Because those aren't even.
I mean, I agree. I think True Resurrection or Storm of Vengeance, I think, fit the vibe the most.
Especially with your character being a druid of weather and poison, I think it'd help you a lot. Be really helpful for you.
There's actually no 9th level Xanathar spells. Mass Polymorph and Psychic Scream are for sure. But they might be true.
Something to consider, but I am gonna go. I'm gonna get some food and start considering how we can get into this boss fight. I'm stoked.
Yeah.
Big ol' end game
I-
boss.
I
Get ready
like it.
for a fucking beefer of a boss, boys.
I can't believe it's our final. We're getting down to the wire.
I know. Me neither. I'm stoked. Yeah. We've got some fun scenes to play out to wrap up. Like, we're gonna fold in the actual scenes we did do in the last campaign, or like in the Stolen Century. That stuff does affect this outcome. Like some of the times when we actually fought for the light and then either lost it or gained it is important. Like the crystal, right?
Mhm.
That goes to Lucas Miller's family, which, while Toxic and Tim don't like Lucas, his family is very helpful. He's another one of the little kids that Toxic just didn't enjoy.
If you're a Spore Druid, you could also look at what spells you get around that spellcasting level, but it looks like those are your options.
Yeah.
There are no other options for 9th level
Yeah, man. Not a lot of power up there.
spellcasting. Yep.
Or not
Because
a lot
technically
of
druids are healers, and you get most of your spells.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like I just
that's
picked
fine.
like aid and shit like that too. So
That's
Huge.
good.
Huge. Okay. Good playing, guys. I will catch you around.
Yeah, catch you later.
Bye.
Later, everybody.